Anyways, back to the recap. So, we're friggin' so professional.
Look at this, guys. 17 weeks.
I will actually be at Bards and Cards after TwitchCon. We're gonna do a game night, so pew, 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 pew. If you're going to TwitchCon, that'll be fun. Anyways,
you can get JJ's signature.
You can get my autograph, which you probably don't want because I have really bad handwriting, but that's okay. So anyways, yeah, you guys were able to defeat the Eaglesore bandits that had taken over the entire town of Gildriel. You defeated their leader, Karen. You were able to rescue the reeve of the town, but not her daughter. And then she was able to be resurrected. Currently, it is nighttime. It is probably like 9 p.m. It is dark out. You guys are tired. You're injured. You're wounded. Many of the townspeople after the battle have left the scene. The two Pisha sisters went off with their father. The reeve went off with her daughter and Jonrus the jeweler. You guys were invited to go back to Sarab's house for some food, but they don't really have a place for you to sleep unless you were to sleep on the floor. However, you have been reminded that the tavern, which is now empty and has no one working it, has lots of rooms and free beds.
Hey.
I love free beds.
Free beds.
Yeah.
Few things. You guys have watched as Arthur transformed during the battle into a large furry creature, and
It's fine, guys. Don't worry about it.
have you reverted? How long does that last?
It lasts for a minute, so I reverted after the battle. Yeah.
Okay. And so it's up to you if you guys want to go to Sarab's house, Sarabai's house, I mean, or if you guys want to go to the tavern.
I'm voting tavern. I don't know about you guys.
That was another thing that happened that we kind of saved you from too. Fox, you went knocked unconscious, so you're back in your original form.
Oh yeah.
But you had full plate armor on.
So no one saw.
Okay.
Well,
Okay, so we want to be in Zarab's or the tavern, guys?
Dinner, or do we want to go just crash?
Listen, I'm a big sleepy dragon. I need a big sleep.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I think we recon at Zarab's and then just let them know what's happening. Let them know we've liberated the town, and from there we just go to bed.
Right.
Well, I mean, she fought with you, so
Yeah. But after that, we went around and like secured the town, right? And they stayed back.
I believe so. Yeah, that sounds about right.
you are able. You did find the bandit that was hogtied under the bed.
He's still there.
Mhm.
Hey, dude. How's it doing down there? You all good? what are we gonna do with this guy? Kind of forgot about him. Well,
He can survive
Karen's-
a night, I think.
I think he should just be kind of put to work for the guy that to Melaru, since Melaru doesn't have hands anymore, and he needs a new pair of hands.
Well, let's leave it up to Melor to decide that.
Restitution.
yeah.
That's
I
another
was
thing.
gonna say I was gonna just let him know that everyone else is dead and that he either could run or.
Yeah, he may or may not be the last person here. That's a equal sort, by the way. Let that sink in for you.
How does he feel about it? What does he want to do?
Yeah, insight check when we tell him the news that he's the only one of his original band alive.
Do you take his gag out? Or...
Did we gag him?
I don't actually.
I'm pretty sure we.
Are we going to his
We
house?
did not gag him. I don't believe.
Oh, okay.
No, that was an area of concern.
He put the
of
gag
him.
in himself.
Oh, okay. He's into something.
He
So
tried to
he's
come
that
out, and then he saw
kind
a fight and was
of
like,
bandit.
"Oh shit!" and like fucking tied himself up and put the gag in. Was like, "No, that's it."
Gag me, daddy.
Sorry, go ahead.
No.
I'm sorry.
You're asking him what he would like to do?
I was gonna do
Yeah,
an
I mean,
insight
just-
check on him when
let's
we
go.
break the news to him that he's the only one left.
Yeah.
The
So
town is
are we
insane.
gonna go and like check on him now, or
What he is just sitting there. I don't know. What was Mawlerz doing? Was he just staying at the Zarubs for the night? Is he going back?
Yeah,
I
no,
suppose he doesn't want a bandit sitting under his bed.
he's still at Sarabais. You guys
Yeah.
left him there for the battle, and you guys went to the refinery where you met Jean Parmesan, and you let those other two bandits go. And now there's the other bandit that's hogtied underneath the bed in Terrence Manley's house.
no? It was in Meller's house.
It's
But yeah,
Mawlerz house.
No,
It was the Meller because
Meller's house.
we did the rigging
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
fireplace.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
Yep. I'm
Well-
looking at my notes right now.
all right. Let's sort this out.
Can,
So
can
we're
we
going
just do
to-
like an insight check on him? Are we moving over to that house?
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that
let's
where
go
we
there.
are?
I
Let's go there,
assumed
sort
he
that
went
out.
over there.
Let's go
Okay,
Quick,
we got to
Urban
tie
like,
tie up our loose ends and figure out what to do with this dude.
before bed. Yeah.
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 Can we do an
It'd be
insight check to
very
kind of
awkward for
see?
Mawlerz to go back home and just see that and be like, "Oh crap."
Just to kind of get an idea of how this guy feels of like,
Mhm.
is he a bandit because he was following along, or is he like just a fucking terrible person?
Okay,
heart.
roll an insight check. When you tell
For
him
me,
that he is the last one, and you guys, take him out from underneath the bed, he looks at you wide-eyed, and he's like, just let me go.
I defer this to the party.
We've already let a bunch of bandits go. Like
Well, a bunch of them just.
We let
Why-
two.
Yeah.
we let two, but also we told people to like drop their arms against us, and they left. Like,
Yeah. Scattered to the winds.
where will you go?
Anywhere but here, man.
Do you have
Mm.
friends that you plan on bringing back for any reason?
I mean, you said I was the last one of the Eagle Star bandits, right? So all my friends
Well,
are
here
dead.
in town.
Oh.
Yeah, do you have any others outside of this town? Any encampment that you would go to like a rendezvous point?
Nope, we just all cruised together and we took over this town and we've all been here.
I'd like to do an insight check on that.
Okay.
Yeah. Could I do one as well? 18.
Come on, guys. All his friends are dead. We've pushed him to the edge.
Yeah. Like,
It's-
why?
That's, I mean, he doesn't know about the bandits that left the battle. He doesn't know about the two bandits that you let go from the refinery. So as far as he's concerned, he's telling you the truth that like his entire life is within this troop of bandits,
Okay.
and he doesn't really know what to do.
Why don't we? I mean, Grenda is still with the Zarobs, right? Why don't we just take him over there and we can get her take? She probably knows these guys better than anybody. Like, if she feels like he needs to be punished, or if she feels like he can just go, or if she feels like maybe he's a good worker for her.
If we
Oh,
allowed
okay.
other,
Or in the mine.
I think she's probably going to be the best judge of his character, not us. I mean,
I feel like that's a bit unfair to do this with this guy, and we didn't do it for those in the refinery, though.
Why are we
That was
like
kind of
dwelling
a-
on this one dude?
Yeah, this guy got unlucky,
Yeah.
dude.
Like,
This poor guy.
Oh,
Fucking
dude.
Let's just
let
sort
him
this out and
go.
fucking go,
Who
dude.
cares?
I'm
I
really
don't care.
tired.
I don't care about him.
Honestly, I just want sleep. We're gonna let you go. Leave your weapons here. You get a head start until morning if the town wants to hunt you down. I suggest heading south, avoiding Centralia, and get the fuck out
Start a new life.
of this nation.
Live an
Cool,
honest
Good.
life.
cool.
Live an
Can
honest life.
can I have some food to take with me for the journey, or is that asking too much?
It's your fault if you didn't. It's your fault if you didn't eat before we attacked.
Here's a cinnamon bun.
There's some carrots in the stable. There's some carrots in the stable. Go grab some carrots.
Okay.
I give him a
Well,
cinnamon bun.
Okay.
One.
Maybe- family's
Maybe
in
it'll
the stable.
change
That's
his
not-
change his
the family's
demeanor
in the
from the
stable.
inside
That's
out.
not-
I'll give him one of my rations and cinnamon as well.
Okay, how
Why
many
not? That'll be
cinnamon
nice to him.
buns do you have left, Austihr?
Yeah,
I had 7, now I have 6.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he flees. He does like the Scooby Doo, like his like legs do like the wheel underneath of him for like a minute before he jets out, eating the
Just
cinnamon
do the
bun.
anime thing where the cinnamon bun is like cinnamon bun's just stuck in his mouth and just running out the door.
Doing that thing,
I love it.
All right, so yeah, what you guys have freed the last prisoner, and Mawlerz's house is empty. Where are you guys going for the night? You are all incredibly tired, very injured.
I'm taking the
Tavern.
biggest, comfiest bed at the tavern.
I was gonna pour.
Yeah,
I was gonna
man.
pour around a very brief round of drinks. Just go behind the
Nope.
counter, and just pour a round of drinks before bed.
Mhm. You can have mine,
I'm doing it.
Paladin. You can have mine,
I'm doing
Paladin.
Did we need to check in at those Robs where I know Melleru's hanging out there probably and not knowing if he can
Yeah.
go home. They offered to feed us.
That's
we probably should swing by there real quick just to tell them we've settled the town, there's no more bandits anywhere, and then go to bed.
Yeah, we do that. Sounds
That way Melleru can go home, rather than
Everyone's
still
sitting
thinking
there.
everybody will feel a lot safer, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys go to Sarabai's. She is currently sitting at the table in her dining room. She's got, her baby and then her young son with her. She looks worn out. She looks very tired. You see like bags under her eyes. She's got like her hair's plastered to her head from, sweating in like her helmet. The guard, when you knock on the door, Vihash, you hear a very gruff voice and you recognize that it's him. And the little latch opens in the lancet door and he seems very on edge, but he sees that it's you guys and, he lets you in. The husband looks not well. He's currently laying down on like one of like their like little like lounge chairs, like a just sort of propped back. Mawlerz is there. He's instructing one of the other household guards over a cauldron.
Oh, yeah. Town's all clear now. Gone through everywhere. No bandits left from what we've seen.
Thank you. We appreciate all of your help.
Mm.
Mawlerz, if you want to go back home, you're home safe now. It's all clear. So, yeah, I think otherwise we're all gonna probably crash at the tavern now. So, just came to give you guys a quick update. I think that's the plan.
Thank you.
That is definitely the plan.
Yeah.
Is there
Unless
anything
you
else that
guys
we can do to
have
help you guys
something.
out before we call it an evening? Or plans for tomorrow?
Mawlerz looks to you guys and he's like, thank you for clearing out my home. We will have to figure out what is going on with the mines. I unfortunately am unable to banish the creatures that I have summoned to defend the mines. Our town will not function if we are unable to clear the mine.
No, of course, we can talk about that tomorrow. I reckon. We'll sort that out for you as well while we're here.
Yeah, I'm interested in the mines too, so I'm happy to help.
Yeah.
Well, we'll worry about it tomorrow. there anything immediate? I'm addressing Saturday. Is there anything immediate that needs to be that you guys need tonight before we call it?
No, not unless you can heal my husband. I know that the Reeve is back at her home. Her daughter has been through a lot today.
I'll pull out my last 2 good berries that I have and give them to her.
Yeah, his throat.
She eats
I have
one
2
and
points
gives
of-
one to the husband.
I have 2 more points of lay on hands I can put into him.
Yeah, let the paladin
Not much,
touch him.
but it's-
Paladin.
You gonna touch my husband?
Oh boy, he packing.
only if he wants to.
Will.
But
Consent is
No.
important.
consent is very
It is.
important.
It is important. Thank you. Yes.
He eats the berry, and when you place your hand on him, roll a
After asking first.
yes, of course. Roll a medicine check.
All right. 18.
You can tell that he's internally bleeding.
Yeah.
He
Is there-
is not feeling very good. He's short on breath. He's unable to really even his eyes are unable to focus on you when you start healing him. You can tell that you were able to, with your last 2 points of lay on hands, heal some of the internal damage, but he just ultimately just needs rest.
Oh well. I'll let Zarabai know, and just bleeding internally. He'll need to rest over the next few days. I would say take it easy, make sure he gets plenty of fluids, and monitor for bruising. And if the bruises seem to travel up towards the heart, you're gonna want to go and fetch a cleric. Or if it gets worse.
Or me, Vanna pips up.
Thank
No,
Oh, no. Oh no.
Thank you, Paladin. If you do not recall, I am the one who has healed you during the battle.
Of course.
I just look over at Rainier like, I think she's got this. She brought me back over and over, and he's not even.
Yeah. You look
Out.
like shit, by the way.
I feel like shit.
We all look like shit, to be fair.
Yes, you do. You also smell pretty bad. I suggest taking baths at the tavern.
Oh, it's bath at the tavern. Let's go.
Didn't we just have a bath
No,
here?
No, we didn't.
I thought we took a bath at her house.
No, she has
No,
a
I think that was
bathtub,
before.
but you.
Nope.
We didn't use it.
That
Right,
was not
everywhere.
after the battle. You guys are all bloody and
Yeah,
sweaty.
Not after the
and-
battle, but yeah.
Yeah. I thought we did it before the battle.
I thought we did
Like-
before.
No, we
but,
didn't.
Can you
do that
roll a con save for Ignis?
Oh god. Okay. Ignis, okay. What's wrong with Ignis? How's Ignis feeling?
We'll see. We'll see what his.
I guess we're gonna find out.
Ignis, Constitution save. Oh, he's great at these. What do you roll? 18.
He's perfectly fine.
He is actually great.
Yeah.
Jesus.
He's like, well, I kind of had to pee during the battle, but I was able to hold it.
My friends, I would like to rest.
Yes.
I guess
I can
Terra
get
and
behind it.
Edmar are also here, so he'll take them with us to the tavern, I reckon,
Mhm.
as well.
Yeah, sweet.
So he'll make sure of that.
Okay, so at the tavern, aside from the evidences of the scuffle from when the bandits just took over the tavern to begin with, there's some broken tankards, there's half empty keg of ale, there is some food in the corners. You do find upstairs all the rooms are pretty empty. There are some leftover just living things from the bandits, you see a plate of half-eaten food, you see just
Brenda tidying up. Sorry.
Are you looking for Grenda?
I thought she might be here. I'm not looking
She's-
for her actively, but I
She's not
thought
here.
if we would see her. Okay.
Was she at the Zarabs?
She was not at those robs.
Oh no.
Man, is there a loaf of bread? or
Who did
something I can
we
grab
left her?
on my
We
way
left her
up
at
to
the
bed?
Zarabs, right?
Yes. You do see some bread. You see some muffins.
Great. I'm grabbing the bread and I'm gonna eat some bread in bed.
Okay.
Bread in
You
bed.
get
Bread
crumbs
and bread.
kind of everywhere,
bread.
and then you regret eating in bed.
Well, that's okay.
Full on Skyrim, you just eating the whole loaf of bread.
Crumbs will protect my virginity.
Oh yeah,
That's true.
It is true.
Is there baths in here? Arthur's gonna take a bath if there is one, or something to clean himself before going to bed.
Yeah, there is
Might
a
as well.
tub. There are barrels
Let's
of
go.
water. It's not hot, but you can do it.
He'll just watch himself
And
generally.
wipe ourselves down
hmm
before we go to bed.
the Austihr will clean up too. I mean, he's
Are we gonna do?
got to
washes
figure out
and
what
all
liquids are
We
and
can,
what not
if
are his
we-
own leaking out.
We can. It's just a bit of a precaution.
If you guys
Just
want to
take
do
the
watches, let me know who's doing first, second, third, fourth.
Yeah, because we got to remember, guys, we did let a bunch of bandits go. So
I'll be honest, I'm snoozing, so someone has to wake me up
I'm
for a
gonna-
watch.
I'm gonna make sure the doors are locked
Barricaded.
and I'll take first watch.
Okay, roll an investigation check.
You guys are hearing some loud ass dragon snores.
4.
You feel like the doors are very well locked. You do this click click, and you hear click click, and it feels good.
Lock the doors, buddy.
Absolutely. Locked
Good
and
to know.
secured.
locked and
May not even
loaded.
have to keep watch. I might just go upstairs and sleep.
Yeah, okay, sounds good.
No, I'm gonna go and just kind of sit down, and not at a chair. I'm just gonna kind of do a sit down and lean back thing on the stairs because I'm just tired out, and so I'll be on the stairway leading up into the tavern and just kind of keep an eye out that way. Take my helmet off, make sure I look like Rainier, and relax into that watch.
How many times can you shape your face shaper?
Looking at it, shape changer. I can change my appearance as an action. I can change my appearance, my voice, all the limitations for it. I stay in the form until I use an action to revert, and it doesn't have any limitations.
Okay, well then yes, you are able to do that. FYI, you guys will all get 525 XP. So make sure if for Vanna and Ignis' sheet as well.
Okay. You said 525?
525.
525.
25. Mess time.
And then Canneray, whenever you are ready, I'm going to have you roll a wisdom saving throw while you've just eaten a bunch of gluten and now you're going to sleep. You're gonna have the gluten nightmares.
It wasn't a wise choice, you guys.
Gonna have the tum aches. Oh no.
Okay, so while you're falling asleep and you're doing like that thing in your dream where you're falling asleep and then you feel like you're falling and then your leg kicks and it kind of wakes you up, and it takes a few hours, but you do finally drift into some type of restless sleep. You kind of go through all of your lifelong memories. You remember growing up, pictures of your family, your sister, your brother, your parents sort of flash through your eyes. You distinctly remember one moment where, because you guys are dragonborn, but there was a red dragon and flying overhead, and you remember watching this dragon just sort of breathing fire just in the sky, just to sort of like release and just get that energy out. It was just sort of flying around and breathing fire. Your hands feel hot in your dream, and when you wake up startled from it, you see Ishoran's call, which I assume is just leaned next to the bed up against the wall or something like that, and it is glowing.
Ooh. Can I investigate that really quick? See what the hell's going on?
You sure may.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and walk on over to it and pick that bad boy up.
Alrighty. Roll Arcana check.
Oh, this should go well.
You're a smart boy.
It did go well.
It did go well.
You're a smart boy.
You feel the primal energy of being a red dragonborn from within you, and you feel the connection to your weapon, and you feel as though you have been gifted by the chromatic dragon that has visited you in your dream, and that you can imbue this elemental damage to your weapon and also use it to protect yourself. Do you want to protect yourself or deal some damage?
I mean, protecting myself. I can't deal damage by protecting myself.
The best offense is good defense. But anyways, yeah, so there you go. Gift of the chromatic dragonborn. Or dragon.
Nice dragon. Nice. Well, with that new knowledge, I assume that kind of brings a sort of like, I don't know the word for it. Maybe it's like not even a peace, but just like, a sense of accomplishment and pride that like I've been gifted with this, and I place Ishorn's call down, and I snuggle up back in bed with this new knowledge.
Very cozy. Very cozy.
Knowledge.
Rainier, I'm going to have you roll a perception check for your watch.
Yep. 8. Don't worry, guys. The door's locked.
Town seems quiet. Doors are definitely locked. Feels good. You feel very accomplished. You did great today. You came, you saved the town. You finally feel like you can wear your armor, knowing that you've paid off your debt for the armor by checking on.
I just kind of spent a little bit of the watch just kind of polished, like cleaning the armor, just like feeling confident, feeling good.
You think back to where you earlier today shaped yourself into the form of the guard, and you think about how that just came so naturally to you, and as much as you're trying so hard to be this other person, and you're trying to forsake really who you are and what you were created for and your purpose, and you're trying to fit in, it's just so easy. It's too easy for you to take on the face of another person, take on their voice, take on any semblance of being another person, anyone who you are not. Escapism at its like most truest form.
I'd like to kind of look at the reflection of Rainier's face in the now cleaned up a bit helmet, and no one else is in here. Doors are locked. People are asleep, and I'm just gonna drop the facade and go back to number 621. Whitish, ghostly hair, skeletal, almost black, like darkened skin, and just kind of look at my real reflection for first time in years, and shift back to Rainier and go and wake up someone else for my next one for their portion of the watch.
Okay, who are you waking up?
I'm gonna go with as I walk down, I think I probably hear shifting over in Cannery's room. I'd like to just on the door. Hey, down for second watch?
Yeah, I got you. I grumble as I roll out of bed, and go ahead and take the chair that he was just sitting at and do my watch.
Okay, I'm gonna have you roll a perception check.
Armor's coming off. We're safe here. It's fine.
Doffing the armor.
Doors are locked.
Great. Cannery, within the first 10-15 minutes of your watch, you are on high alert. You are seeing everything. You're hearing everything. The wind is howling outside. You hear it actually whistling through the caverns. From upstairs, in the room where Vanna is sleeping, you hear the sounds of struggle. You hear a tumultuous sound like, items are falling off of the shelves. Things are, smashing and breaking.
Well, shit, I'm gonna go ahead and go up to investigate that. I'm gonna go out, pull out an Ashran's call and go up to Vanna's room.
As you open the door, you see there are all kinds of objects. Like there was like, a vase on the shelf and it's now cracked on the floor. You see a tankard that has been, spilled over and there's like a big puddle of beer. Vanna is sleeping. She looks completely calm, completely peaceful. There's a dark purplish aura just sort of around her, emanating from her. And you see as the curtains are being drawn to her as though there is some sort of mystical force that is moving them, and then they drop like a ghost is in the room. Then you see her big staff that was just leaned up against the wall next to her, close by so she could reach it. It starts just lifting up, teetering, flipping over and over in the air.
Well, shit. Is there some sort of roll I can do for this to kind of infer what the heck is going on here? Like, obviously, it's like something magical.
Yeah, do an Arcana check. Worked out really well for you last time.
Here we go. Not this time.
You
Henry's basically a mage now.
are concerned. You do not know what's going on. You know it's magical for sure. Vanna seems to not have a problem. Originally, you had heard, the signs of struggle and you thought, oh, maybe it's intruders. Maybe, there's a problem, but it looks A-okay.
But she looks completely at peace.
Yeah. She's like making like the little like me, like sleeping snores, like those little cute snores.
She's doing her little Vanna dance in her
Yeah,
sleep.
her little feet are kicking, her little satyr feet. Like when dogs dream when they're chasing rabbits.
So I'm assuming, did everything kind of just calm down like after like a few seconds after me getting there, or is it still just like kind of ongoing?
Yeah, after the staff kind of flips over, it kind of just, falls back down kind of gracefully.
Okay. Well, since everything looks okay, I'm gonna assume that's something going on with her wizardly / necromantic abilities, and I'm gonna make note of that and hopefully be able to talk to her about it. But I'll go ahead and just close the door and get back to the watch.
Okay, excellent. Arthur, roll a charisma saving throw.
Oh god. Okay. That's
Wrong
technically. Well,
person. Wrong person.
It's still from my character sheet anyway. So it's just marked as Ignis, but it's still from my character sheet. So it's still 7.
Are you sure you get a +1 to your charisma saves?
I do. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. 7.
So while you're sleeping, you have a dream. You are in your Furbolg home. You guys are seated around the fire pit that's kind of in the center of the woodland town that you guys... This is sort of your central gathering place. There's usually a shaman that will, do sorts of rites and rituals here. And in this dream, it is incredibly cold. You are in the mountains. And it's not snowing, but it's like that frost gathering on like, the grass, and everything's all crunchy. And when you breathe out and you exhale, you see that plume of, looks like smoke. You're chilly. You're very chilly, like down to the bone. And all of your Furbolg family is there. The entire town is there. And the fire starts to grow, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. A figure, it's a silhouette, black with horns and wings, emerges from the fire. It looks at you directly. Silently, it says nothing, and it begins to move its hands as if it's casting a spell. The fire that has just stepped out of completely recedes and seems to be almost drawn into the form itself and into its hands as it shoots this jet of flame directly at you. You're sitting like crisscross applesauce on the cold floor. Shoots at you. Your Furbolg father dives in front of you and uses this large wooden shield and just sits in front of you and protects you. from the top and the sides of the shield. You see as the flames shoot overhead and shoot to the sides. You feel the warmth as you're just surrounded by the flames.
Yeah.
And then you wake up in a sweaty, slick. You just took a bath and now you're all sweaty again.
Yep, now I'm sweaty.
God damn.
But that's why you wait for after you wake up.
After I wake up, fair enough. Shit. I'll just sort of sit there for a moment, sort of just trying to sort of calm himself down a little bit, and then he'll probably reach down and sort of like hold on to the sort of locket that he sort of has for a second, for sort of just try and calm himself down a little bit, and then just try sort of lay back down, but struggle to go back to sleep, I guess. Maybe look over at the shield a little bit, then look back up at the ceiling.
Okay. Who is next watch?
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and wake up the Austihr because he's already on a full rest now, right? That's 4 hours from him, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and wake him up.
Get up, lazy ass.
You're already well rested.
Austihr gets up and it's like, just definitely today does not feel like that was a full rest. Just still kind of creaking and trying to work out the kinks and all the wounds that he took the day before or the night before. But yeah, he gets up and he's just gonna go prop up on one of the bar stools, leaning back against the bar, just with his elbows up on the bar, just kind of basically staring straight at the door, just sitting there.
Okay. I'm going to have you roll a perception check.
What is with this night?
We have
no one can
idea
perceive
what's going on.
shit.
Guys are
worry.
just really
I
sleepy.
locked the door, guys. I locked the
It's
door.
just-
The door's locked. It's
It's all the
fine.
blood that's still in my eyes. I got blood crusties still built up in my eyeballs. So.
Blood crusties, oh no.
He-san, roll a Constitution saving throw.
Pretty good, these, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Not terrible.
You were injured a little bit in the Battle of Gildriel. You are trying to sleep, but you are uncomfortable and you're tossing and you're turning, and every time you roll over on the one side or the other side, you feel as though there's a wound there, and it's this searing sort of pain into your flesh. And you finally decide, like, I gotta go look at this, like what's going on here? I feel like I was sleeping and healing, and this isn't, something is not right. And when you look down at yourself, you see a mark has formed on your skin.
I love that. I'm gonna be worried a bit. Probably try and if I have like a scarf or something, or like a bit of extra clothing, I'll probably wrap it up.
Is there a
Try
certain
and,
shape that you want or depiction of the mark?
So he probably finds a mirror or something. I'm not sure, whatever the equivalent is. Maybe looks at someone's sword or something, and it'll probably be on his neck, and it'll probably be tapering up from his back up his neck towards his ear, and it'll be just a tentacle, just tapering up.
Okay.
And yeah,
So you wrap
burning
it up
his way
in a
up to his
scarf?
ear. Yeah, pretty much. I just put something around my neck to sort of hide it a little bit as much as I can.
And then go back to sleep?
Yeah, refresh my little nightlight and try my best to go back to sleep. Try and push it from my mind. Probably have even worse nightmares. As
Okay.
I'm trying to go back to sleep, I'll be thinking about the dark.
You are just going back and forth in this restless night, and you hear a voice. It's just totally black in your dream. You're not even like, you don't see anything. It's not like you're in a place. You're kind of in like the void, and you just hear this voice. He son.
Yes, Satan.
You cannot forget this. You cannot hide what you are.
I just like probably like get my pillow and like cover my ears.
You start to feel the scarf that you've wrapped around, to cover everything starts to tighten. And you have a very hard time breathing as it's getting tighter and tighter and tighter. You feel as though you're being drugged. You're in the blackness, the void, but you feel as though there are all these tentacles reaching out and grabbing onto your body, your arms, your legs, your head, wrapping and pulling you down even further into more and more darkness.
I'll be just curled up in a ball, just probably very scared, shaking, just
That's it.
trying to sleep.
You're able to fall asleep. Austihr, with your 9 perception, you're sitting there and you're just staring, elbows on the bar at the door, and you hear a little tap, 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 tap on the window.
I look over to see if I can see what it is.
You're unable to see what type of bird it is, but there was a bird, and it has now flown away. With your, dark vision, with your elf eyes, this is what you see, as you just see a feather falling, and the bird soars off in the distance.
I'll go over to the window and just take a closer look to see what see what the feather was falling and investigate that, I guess.
Roll a nature check, because you're looking through a window outside at the feather, right?
Yep.
Let's see. It's a feather. Feathers come from birds.
Do they? Oh.
What is it? Are we getting any glimmer of light yet?
No, it's
still
like,
dark
like 4
outside.
4
Okay.
a.m.
All right.
Go outside, get the feather.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking I'd probably just, because it's strange, I'm gonna go outside and grab that feather.
Okay, you pick up
Were
the
the
feather.
doors locked? Did you have to unlock the doors?
The doors were not locked. The locking mechanism has since been broken.
I reach out and go to open it and realize that it's not locked. I just glance up to the room that I expect Rainier to be sleeping in, just the fuck, man. And I go get the
Locked,
feather.
guys, don't worry.
Yeah, it's pretty big. Brown, kind of like a white tip on it. You feel like you should know what bird this feather comes from, but you just can't place it in your mind.
Maybe I'll just save it and show it to somebody that might tomorrow morning when everybody wakes up.
Okay.
I'll just tuck it behind my ear.
You're sitting there and you're reminiscing about the fight and how you were brought down unconscious several times. You were healed. You were using your swords in a way that you were parrying attacks. You were slashing, you were slicing, you were poking, you were stabbing. And for some reason, you feel as though your swords have lost their edge. And so you sit there and you see some whetstones and stuff that were left over by the bandits. And you sit there, and I'm going to have you roll a strength check. And you're sharpening your blades and kind of pondering, just going over the events of the battle. And you realize that, yes, the sharp swords are important, but it's about knowing exactly where to inflict the most damage on your enemies. And you start thinking about your more accurate attacks, and when you're dual wielding both of your blades, how you're able to sort of weave them together in like a dance so that you can slice and dice, causing actual wounds that carry on long after the battle is finished. And then I'm going to have you roll a perception check for your second watch. This is as dawn is breaking. You hear from upstairs Ignis just shouting. And then you hear Tara's voice as he's like, "What? What's going on? What's going on?"
I'll obviously run upstairs to Ignis's room and bang on the door. Since I know Tara's in there, I hear him and see if I get a response.
Tara opens the door and he's wide-eyed looking at you like, I don't know what's going on, Mr. D'Astri, sir, but he's just freaking out. And you see Ignis sat up in bed, eyes closed, just shouting random words. He's like, "Peanut butter." Like,
Does he say Bongatora's Forest? In the
no,
actual
that is a closely
pronunciation?
guarded gnomish secret. I'll never tell you the pronunciation of my homeland.
I would ask Tara, how long has this been going on? Like, have you ever seen this before?
No, it's like it just started. He just shot up. I think he's dreaming.
All right, I'm going to tell Tara to go down to the bottom of the stairs and just keep an eye out for a minute while I guess, watch what is happening with Ignis to see if it's dangerous or not.
I'm gonna have Ignis roll a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom save. He shall roll one. Wisdom, yeah?
Mhm.
Wisdom. Wisdom.
You see
got an 18.
as he just starts mumbling incoherently and he just lets off an eldritch blast. It whiffs right over your shoulder, hits the wall, explodes, splintering some of the wood of the wall, but doesn't do any damage to you. And then he just sort of lays back down, goes to sleep.
I'll watch him for another 10 minutes or so before I go back.
He starts drooling. Like, you see his pillow just get this puddle of wet, the slime down his cheek.
That dream took a turn for the weird.
He just wanted to murder you, man. That's all it was.
He's
Wakes
like,
up
"I am a
another
noble
one."
knight. I am a noble knight.
Never mind.
I'm such a noble knight. My mommy says I'm a noble knight."
Mommy says I'm a good boy.
Angrimar's on the bed beside him, I reckon.
Yeah, Angrimar does.
He's like cuddling up against.
Yeah, Angrimar has his
Is it-
tail wrapped around him, not phased
So,
at all by
yeah.
what's going on.
Angrimar's the big spoon, right?
No, weirdly enough, no.
no.
Angrimar likes being the little spoon. It makes him feel safe.
He curls up into a little ball. Yeah.
All right, I'll go back and tell Tara. I'm like, just go back up to the room, and if anything else weird happens, let us, just yell again.
Okay.
Actually,
Dead by the morning.
while I've got you here, Tara,
Yes.
how are things with you and your sword?
Pretty good. It was a little upset that we didn't really get into the fighting in Gildriel, and we were kind of doing more of a hang back and guard kind of thing. It tells me that I'm ready for combat.
It tells you you're ready for combat.
Yeah.
What else does it say?
Just get out there. Calls me champ. It's like, go on, champ. You can do it, sport. I believe in you.
Oh no.
Any other? Has it shown any signs of anger again, like it was before?
No, sometimes it's not mad. It's just disappointed. Like when I didn't fight in the battle.
Does it ever do anything on its own other than talk?
No.
Does it move on its own?
No, that'd be crazy. It's just a sword, man.
I mean, it is a talking sword. That's not very common. I've had plenty of swords, and none of them have ever talked to me.
Maybe you just didn't listen.
Maybe you're onto something. But again, like I said, your secret is safe as long as it doesn't put anybody in danger. So as soon as I see something that might put somebody in danger, then we're gonna have to have a much larger talk than what we're doing now.
It's cool. I already kind of talked to my dad about like the birds and the bees, you know? I've already kind of got that conversation underway. But thank you. I appreciate it.
Do you feel like you should talk to Ignis about this? I mean, he's your liege. I mean,
He's got a lot going on right now. He's like dreaming about, you know, blasting people. Like that's what he said when he woke up. Anyways, I just started blasting.
Jesus.
so you had mentioned that like the sword had wanted you to like learn how to cook cinnamon buns for me. Have you put some thought into that?
I guess I could take the time to learn how to do that. If
I
that
imagine it should be fairly easy for you since you know how to bake muffins already. Yeah.
yeah, I made those muffins that were downstairs.
Oh, sweet. I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to try one of those out.
While you guys were out fighting the enemies, I was baking muffins. Not really the life I kind of had planned for myself. I kind of agree with the sword on that one.
Well, again, that's gonna have to come back to Ignis as far as when you're gonna be able to go into battle. I don't get to choose that for you.
That's fair.
And then I'm gonna just be all right. Go back to bed. I'll finish watch out and get you guys up in the morning.
Okay. The rest of your watch goes by uneventfully. Dawn breaks, sun rises. The town seems quiet. The town seems empty. You don't hear anything. There's no people walking around. There's no one, you know, at the market across from where the tavern is. It just seems like devoid of anything. People seem to be stuck in their homes.
I'd like to scavenge the tavern for food and try to get something of a breakfast put together for everyone.
I'm gonna bring the muffins over that Tara had mentioned and say, hey, Tara made these while we were out fighting. Should be pretty good. I mean, he's made muffins in the past, so.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, well, I'm
Thank
down
you,
for
Tara.
anything. I'm pretty hungry.
How does the recovery of hit dice again work? It's half or
Yeah, you only get half
Half.
of your hit dice
So
back.
if I have three, I
Round
only
it
get
up
one.
or
Yeah, or is it
down?
rounded up?
Have you used all three?
No, I had one left.
Okay, then you would get one, so now you have 2 hit dice left.
Yeah, so I had two. Okay, yeah.
I've used all three.
So you get one.
Hey,
Because D&D rolls down, because that's not how decimals work.
I hate it.
But you guys all do benefit from a long rest. You get all your spells, all your good stuff back.
love that?
Love good stuff.
So refreshed I could be angry again.
You know what? I'm gonna do it right now. These muffins suck.
You use my reckless attack on the muffins.
It's where you don't use your hands and you just sort of like scarf the muffins like with just your mouth. Like, that's how I picture it.
So what are we
Sweet.
Morning, boys.
what are we thinking for today?
Well,
Go see the Zarabs. Go see Mawlerz.
yeah, I need
Find
to
out
talk
what
to,
the fuck's in the mines.
yeah, I need to
talk
talk
to
to
the
Mawlerz myself anyway. So, but
I'm
yeah,
gonna look
I'll
over at
schedule-
Arthur and say, was that just me seeing shit because I was getting knocked out over and over, or did I see you transform into like an 8-foot fucking monster?
Oh no, that happened.
Yeah, no, that was a thing. I'm keep it real with you. I don't really quite know what happened. I just sort of did it.
Well,
Alright.
Any theories?
do you have full like lucidity control over it? Like, do we have anything to worry about here?
No,
Do we need the silver weapons out?
This it's not aware of it. Don't worry. Listen, I think am I aware of it? Oh God, I think I got bit. But no, I had full lucidity and I felt like I was in control the entire time. So
Well, so long as you're on our side, I guess that's really all
Yeah,
I
that's
care
a.
about.
yeah,
I mean,
no,
he looked in control. He fucking took out one of the bandits, one of the bandit captains. So
I will say I've never had size envy before until now. So
Let's say it was weird to be towering over most people. That was quite strange. Hmm.
yeah, I've never had that problem.
You're a good height. That's all good.
Don't lie to me.
Yeah, you're right.
Alright, I'm gonna head down to Zarab's.
yeah.
On that note,
I was gonna say that's quite an exit.
No, babe, you're the perfect height. The tall
Yeah.
one's
Yeah.
for me.
yeah, that's
Oh.
yeah. And I was just like standing by the door, staring like just blankly at him, like "Don't lie to me." And then I just walked out.
How does Agnes feel then? Come on.
It's not the size of the sails; it's how you sail the seas.
That's it. It's the motion of the ocean.
Exactly. It's how you use it.
Yeah,
Okay.
boyness.
Are you guys
Standing in the
going
back.
to Zarab's or Mawlerz?
I'm gonna
Oh.
go to Mawlerz
Yeah, I
and
mean-
meet up. I'm gonna go to Mawlerz first. I'll meet up with you guys at the Robs in a bit.
Too easy.
I'd like to swing by the Reeves place, and
Okay.
then
Too
I'll
easy.
meet up at the Robs.
I'll just go to straight to the Robs.
I don't know what Ignis wants to do, so I guess I'll just have him
He-
follow the rest of the group.
Probably wants to go with you to Mawlerz, unless you don't want him to go with you to Mawlerz.
Yeah. Because what he just wants to know about the how he has he told us what he wants to
He-
know? So I don't know, like metagame it too much.
Ignis in game, I don't think Ignis has, but I do remember when he like off stream he said, "Hey, Ignis wants to know about the mines
Yeah.
and that stuff." So that would
Yeah.
I think that would be the motivation to go to Melrose.
Yeah, I think Ignis would be like, I want to join you. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I just wasn't sure if he had
Let's go.
specifically told us what he wanted. So
The Mawlerz.
Okay, so for those of you who are going to Sarabai's, who is that?
That's the Austihr.
Heason.
You too.
All right.
Oh, just us two. Shit. Fair.
Canneray,
What's
are you
Canneray?
going?
Can
What's Vanaray doing?
Veneray is going. We're going on the path of the mine, so we want to kind of start digging into that. So.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna ask at the Zarabs, what they know.
I got
And they're
things
gonna
to
ask
discuss
it.
then.
I mean, and Melaru as well. Is,
Yeah, they're kinda
is like
both.
another thing.
Okay.
yeah.
Well, we'll go to Melrose then.
Alright.
So, for those of you at Sarabai's, she lets you in. You know, you see that the children are playing. They're acting like nothing bad has happened, just kids being kids. She seems to have a very large ledger that she's pouring over at the table. When she invites you in, she gives you tea, kind of slams this heavy tome shut. Schlip. What's gonna do
How's the husband looking? Is he still downstairs or is he upstairs, like in the bedroom?
He's not downstairs. Abram is resting right now, but he will recover, I have no doubt.
I mean,
would the Austihr have been able to like maybe catch what was in the big tome before she slammed it shut?
You can roll a perception check, but it is gonna be, I mean, as you guys were coming in, she's slamming it shut.
oh, true.
But sure,
Well, we're just.
you have eagle eyes.
I too.
Does he?
You saw numbers on the page. It looked like some sort of business ledger.
Just curious.
She is a businessman, woman, person. All right. Well, we
Right.
just came to check out. Sorry, Diastri. Any information you guys have on the mines over there? We're planning on maybe going and having a look today at some point.
Well, what I can tell you is that Mawlerz has told us that he has summoned some sort of creatures down there. And the mines were never safe to begin with. But usually there were fighters that would accompany the miners. But I do not know what is down there. I don't go down there myself, obviously. A woman of my station would not be fit in that sort of circumstance.
You know what happened to the fighters when the bandits took over? They just run, or
They were killed. The Pisha sisters were two of the fighters, but they were captured.
okay, too easy. You got anything to ask Diastri?
Yeah, so Diastri's purpose here, Diastri just looks at Sarabai and just says, I just wanted to give you my full thanks and gratitude for yesterday. I owe you my life. I would not be here if it weren't for you right now. And just out of curiosity, and this maybe just have been me being hit on the head extremely hard and hallucinating, but when you touched me on the forehead and brought me back the one time, I swear I looked up and saw somebody from my past. Would you know anything about that?
This could be because you were hit on the head. This could be because I was using healing magics. It will bring out the happy, positive things in your life. A lot of people say that they see a light. But we owe you our lives as well. I don't know how long my family could have held out here without your help. We should have probably acted sooner. I regret not helping the town. I should have sent a letter to my father. He should have sent his military. I am disappointed that the son of the Reeve did not bring the army like he said he was going to.
Wait a minute. Did you say the son of the Reeve knew about what was happening?
Yes, as soon as
Or
the bandits showed up, he ran down to Ava Shores. He was meant to bring a
Do
military
you remember the
force.
name?
You're speaking of Sir Render?
Render?
Yes,
Uh,
he is meant to be
Interesting.
the next Reeve of this town, actually, as his mother's oldest son.
Interesting. Well,
We went through great troubles to sneak him out of the town. 2 of my
He-
household guard died fighting so that he may escape.
He's why we're here in
Are you
a roundabout way.
the army? Are you part of the military?
From
Not
my
exactly.
understanding, our colleague Rainier had been asked to come check on the family is really all we knew. We had no idea there were any bandits here until we walked into town.
Interesting.
yeah, you might bring Rainier back to continue this conversation later once we inform him of this. But onto another topic as well of like leadership of the town. I know the Reeve, right, is still in charge, but do you think anyone would say anything if we, took a small reward?
Absolutely not. My family actually owns the gold mine. That is why I am here. You may take whatever you can carry. Much of
Happy
the
to help.
Gold has not yet been processed. It is in the form of unrefined ore. There is some refined ore. I do not know what the bandits have taken. We have not left our home in weeks. I don't really know.
Well, we're planning to be here for a bit. We're going to deal with the mine as well. I think that's the plan, as far as I know. The rest of the group is off talking to Mawlerz right now to find out some more information on that. We just thought we'd come by and have a chat today.
In Zorobia, we have these special types of wizards. They are called artificers, and they can create hands for him. I was explaining this to him yesterday. It is a prosthetic limb that is infused with magic. Perhaps he would be interested in obtaining some of these.
We'll be sure to let him know.
My father has a leg like this. He lost it in a war. It works perfectly. It's very strong.
Yeah, like custom one, like flames on it or something.
No. But they could do that. Yes, they could probably do this. This one just go gadget and makes him very tall so he can walk over things.
Oh, that's awesome. I thought you said it was one leg.
Yes, it's awkward because the other one doesn't have
I'm sure it has its uses. I'm sure.
He can push the button on the TV from very far away with his toes.
The remote touched his leg.
You kick your ass from across the room.
God, you would have had to watch out for that as a kid.
Yeah.
Fires like a cannon.
All right. Well, did you have anything else to speak about, the Austihr?
I just wanted to ask, after we left for the evening, what happened to Grenda?
I thought that she went off with you to secure the town. After the battle, she was nowhere to be found.
She was
Well,
not with us.
Yeah, we went to the tavern even, and she wasn't there, so that's a bit worrying.
She had mentioned that she wanted to be a tavern owner. Isn't that why she
Yeah, I
joined
know.
our cause?
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really discuss it with her, but one of our party members did.
Have Vanna
So-
roll an insight check.
I don't think Vanna's with us.
Yeah, she joined. You guys are at Mawlerz, or you guys are at
Where?
They went to Mawlerz.
Oh,
Yeah, we
never
went to
mind. Then you
Mawlerz.
don't get to. Nope,
No.
nope.
Yeah.
She's not there. Okay, rip. Sorry.
No insight for her.
No insight for her.
Well, that's a bit of a pain in the ass for us. But we'll try and find her, I guess. Make sure she's not up to any good. No good.
We can maybe
Wow.
see if we can find her tracks outside, since the battle was outside here, and maybe we can see where she headed.
Do you think we can get the word out maybe and get some people back into the town too? I'm hoping not everybody died.
We can certainly offer incentives for people who wish to move here. We will pay them to move here and work.
I mean, I think first things first, you got to organize like a good guard system to make sure this shit doesn't happen again. But
Yeah, it's probably things we need to, or that the Reeve needs to take care of.
this town has a lot of going for it, though. I'm sure people would love to move here. It's got a haunted lake, a haunted house on the haunted lake,
Gold mine.
a gold mine, tons of jobs, like heaps of housing.
A
Sounds
tavern
like
a tavern with brand new lighting in the ceiling.
perfect. It's a really great place.
We could even like put a mirrored ball up there, maybe.
When we
could call it disco.
Yeah, that's that. I
Good.
think that's a good name.
good.
This goes well.
This goes well with beer.
Yes, yes.
All right. Well, we'll also put word out if we ever, like when we're in other places, depending on how quickly you get the word out there, that Gildriel needs people. It's going to be pretty lonely here for you guys, I think. There's like just one family left at the stable, which we might actually
There's
send over.
a few people that are still around. Terrence Manley, Snivelis, the
I don't
Pisha
count them.
family.
Oh yeah, the Pisha family.
The Pishas.
wow. The
I forgot
The
about the
monk,
Pisha family.
Weldon Melvin.
Weldon Melvin. We didn't know his last name.
Mhm.
Damn.
But
That
I mean,
changes
for the
things.
size of the town, though, it's going to be pretty quiet around here.
super empty.
but
Yeah, there's a couple like
you
other
guys all know
commoners
each
and
other.
stuff that all kind of got rounded up. But yeah, for the most part, there's quite a few vacancies. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, do you have anything left to say, Diastri, or are we going to head over to Mawlerz as well?
Yeah, let's head over to Melrose.
Do they have any food here, by the way? Like just like laid out?
They have already eaten breakfast, but you do see that they have like cans of food that they've been subsisting on. They have like bags of rice and potatoes and stuff like that, but nothing like cooked ready to be eaten. There's like
Yeah, that's all right. I was going to finger food if there was, but there's none, so it's fine.
I mean, she's feeding like oatmeal to the baby.
And no, I'm not going to finger food the fucking baby's
Steal the
oatmeal.
baby's oatmeal.
Yoink.
Sorry, this is like dwarven culture, you know, when you come to someone's house in the morning, sample their food.
Mm-hmm.
And then in a repeat gesture as we get ready to leave, similar to when I first met her, I'll take her hand and do the same thing, and a bow and a kiss.
She seems
I'll
to,
give a little bow as well.
appreciate that. And as you're leaving, Hasim, the 6-year-old boy, he's like, I want to be a warrior like you.
I'm gonna give him a pat on the head and a cinnamon bun.
And a 5.
Cool. All right. Is there anything else you guys would like to do here?
I think I'm done.
Okay.
I'm ready to head off.
Go. Yep.
So the rest of the party is all at Mawlerz, correct?
I went ahead and went to the Reeves because I wanted to do my check-in, let them know who sent me, and figure out what they could give me to take back to them.
Okay. You go to the Reeves house. It is the large house that's on the hill. There's like kind of like a little landscape, like little paver stones, couple of like shrubby looking plants and flowers outside. When you knock on the door, no one answers for like 5 minutes. And finally you see Genres the jeweler opens it. Hello?
Hi. I came with the party that entered town just 2 days ago to and helped clear out the bandits. We were actually sent here by this a Sir Render, I believe, either the son of the Reeve or a relative of the Reeve, to check on the family, and I wanted to come in and just talk and let them know.
He has visible disgust on his face when you mention surrender, but yes, come on in. The Reeve is a little busy with her daughter. I'll see if she will accept a visitor.
Yeah, absolutely.
You go inside. The house is really well decorated. There are animal skin carpets all over. There's a very large like mahogany circular dining table. The kitchen looks to be pretty well stocked. You can see it if you sit down at the table. There's a lot of bookshelves. And then there's a lot of like seashell and beach themed decorations. And in this mountain town that there's no ocean nearby. There are several like palm fronds that have been framed and put on the wall. There's seashells like on the tables, little decorative things like that. There's also in the corner of the house a large wooden crate that looks like it was big enough to house 1 to 2 people. It is empty, of course. He goes up the stairs.
I'd like to, while he went up the stairs, I'd like to walk over to the crate and just kind of take a look. What's going on with this?
Roll an investigation check.
5.
It's a big crate. Looks like it could be used to trap people in it, hold people prisoners, things like that.
Weird. Oh well. And I'll walk back, and I'd like to just kind of do kind of like I don't want to sit as I wasn't invited to. I'm kind of trying to have some decorum. I'd like to, however, just browse and just kind of look through the books, kind of observe some of the choice selections that they have there, and
Okay.
and not really looking for anything to read, just kind of noting what kind of stuff they have.
Most of the books here are in regards to mining operations, smelting, refining practices. You see some business ledgers. Roll an investigation check again.
17.
That's much better. You do see what appears to be a hand leather bound book that does not seem to match any of the other books on the shelf. Everything else seems to be handwritten, in regards to the business of the town. This book looks homemade, like it doesn't look like it was made well. There's no title on the spine, no author on the spine, just blank.
Do I hear any steps coming down the stairs?
No. You just hear up above, you hear some mumble conversations, you can't really make out what they're saying. It's just
I'd like to take that book off and just kind of flip through it, I'd like to scan, just kind of gauge what the contents are, but if I want to be keeping an ear out, if it sounds like there's movement coming back towards the steps, I'd like to put it back.
It's a diary, handwritten journal. There are dates, entries. Some entries are long pages. Some entries are a sentence. You can spend time reading it if you would like to, but just from scanning it, you just kind of get the vibe that it's the Reeves' personal, diary.
I will put that back and make note of that for later if need be. And then I will instead pick a generic non-business related book, like something on the refining of gold, or something that is nonchalant and wouldn't come across as prying, and just kind of open it and just kind of read just a few selections, not really trying to gauge information, just
Yeah. Look like you're busy. Okay.
Exactly.
Takes 10-15 minutes, and the Reeve comes downstairs. She is pretty disheveled. Her hair is up in a tight bun, but you can tell that she slept like that all night and didn't redo it this morning. So she's got the frizzles going on. She's got big bags under her eyes. She looks like she has not slept at all. She seems exhausted, the way that she just sort of slowly meanders down the stairs, and she looks at you. What can I do for you?
I'll bow and say, good Reeve, my name is Rainer Himmerling, and I am a member of the party that entered town and helped clear out the bandits. I'm here in your home because we were actually sent here to check on you and your family by a Sir Render. And we apologize we did not get here sooner, as it looks like things are quite in a dire place or situation. I'm sorry.
Render sent you? But he did not come himself. Is he okay? Is he well? Is he injured? Is he sick?
I believe he's just at his station with the army. He was he asked us. I had stopped by the officer's tent, and he said he's been meaning to send someone to check on his family estate up here. Why? I'd like to roll an insight check.
Yeah, go ahead. She's
22.
visibly perplexed. Render is a knight, mainly in name. He's never seen battle. He isn't in the army. He was sent down to tell them what was going on in our town, but he was supposed to bring the army back. I thought that you happened upon us by chance or something. I didn't
No.
realize he sent you.
No, we were sent from Avashore up here by Surrender just to make sure you guys were safe. I'd like to think back. My notes aren't great, Jibbly, and I'm thinking back, what does Rainier remember about the conversation with Surrender? Was there anything weird, anything like that he may recall steaming
an
off?
intelligence check.
Okay.
Smart boy.
Oh, okay, 16.
You remember that he was pretty new in his post. You remember that he was very cryptic when he was telling you to come check on his family. And he seemed to be very like pompous and aloof in his position in the army, being an actual knight. A lot of the other officers that you had met in that tent weren't actually knighted, like they weren't sir, they were just people, very battle hardened. But he didn't mention anything about bandits. He didn't mention anything about coming down here to get the army. He didn't mention anything other than his mother was the Reeve and that his sister is here and that he just hadn't heard anything from them in weeks.
Okay. Yes, he was stationed on with the army, employed there. I believe he has. It seemed to me that he was brought on it like he was in as a post. He was fairly new to the job, but he was taking to it, and he requested. We were needing to head up. We were needing to head in this direction towards Centralia, and he said, "Please head up. Like, please, if you could, go on to Gildrell and check that my mother and sister were okay."
That's very kind of him to send you, but unfortunately, he's such a coward. I can't believe this. He did not return.
What happened?
To save our town? To save his mother? His sister? How am I supposed to trust him and give him my position? So that he may succeed after me. Doesn't even care about his fellow citizens?
Interesting. Is there anything... I had promised him that we would be circling back that way to give him my report as to the situation here in Gildrell. What? Given the circumstances of him employing us, as this plate armor I wear was compensation for this task, so it wasn't even a request. He hired us in a way through this gift from the army to do this. What would you like for me to take back to your son personally as a just message received, or your way, like yours or the town's way of showing gratitude for him?
I would say he needs to come home. Tell him that his pretend time in the army has come to an end. And if he wishes to forsake his family, then he may continue to serve in the army. Or he can come back here and be by my side. But he can't have both.
Okay. And if you don't mind, can we get this in writing? And do you have a seal of some sort to show that it is genuine?
Sure.
I fear if I bring this news to him myself, he may try to brush it aside, especially if he's in the presence of the officers of the military that he is playing pretend around.
She calls to Jonorus, and he comes back down the stairs. Jonorus, write this up for him. Tell him that you'll be put in charge of the town. I need to go check on my daughter. And he gladly sits down at the desk. You see he knows where everything is, the ink, the quill, the parchment. He's got the candle. He lights the candle, gets the wax, puts the seal on. Rolls up the scroll, ties it with a little bow, hands it to you.
Thank you. And I'll be sure to deliver this to him personally. And I will tuck it away safely so that it is secured within my pack. And I will... Did the Reeve already go to her daughter?
Yeah, she went back upstairs, and as he hands you the scroll and you're kind of putting it away, you see that this man looks pleased with what's happening, but he's also has this look of remorse, and he says, if only my father were around to see this.
And your father? I am...
My father has passed.
Who is this person? I have I interacted with this person before, or do I...
He helped fight in the battle after you guys were able to... He was one of the townspeople... Thank you, Average. One of the townspeople to be... you guys were able to free them from the guards, and he helped fight.
Okay.
He looks similar to the Reeve, as though they are some sort of relation.
And who is your what is your relation to the Reeve?
She's a dear friend, like a mentor.
Insight check.
Yeah, go ahead.
15.
He is lying.
And what is the Reeve mentoring you in?
She's just taken an interest in me. She helped me set up my jewelry shop so that we could use the gold that we mine to make beautiful baubles and trinkets. Why?
Oh, I'm just curious. I was browsing the books earlier and reading up on the gold refining process. I didn't know if it was for the gold business, but jewelry, of course. My apologies. Well, thank you. And your name again? And I'll
Jonorus.
extend my hand. Jonorus?
Jonorus the jeweler.
Jonorus.
Goddamn genres.
Thank you. And have a good day. And I will take my leave.
You as well.
And head for the Sourby house.
Okay. You are able to see the group leaving the Zarab residence, and you guys can meet on the street unless you want to go talk to Sarah by yourself.
I will meet up with the group.
Okay. For those of you that went to Mawlerz,
Mawlerz.
that's Ignis, Arthur, and Vanaray.
I believe so,
Yeah.
yes.
Okie
Mhm.
dokie. So you guys,
I guess Batera and Agramel would be following Ignis, or unless they want to stay behind, I don't know.
no, I think they just sort of follow him like de facto.
Okay.
When you guys enter, you see him sitting just on one of the tables where you guys had actually taken all the potions. And he's just sitting in like the empty spot where the potion bottles were. And he's just forlorn, just sort of like looking at his feet. And when you enter, he looks up at you.
Morn. How you doing?
I've been better.
Vanna says, "Why you so down, buddy?"
And he just sort of like holds up his like missing hands, like his, I thought I was doing the right thing, and my plan to drive out the bandits did not go according to plan. And now that they are gone, everyone will blame me for being unable to access the mines. In retrospect, using the gate spell was not the best idea, but I just figured that the bandits would take our gold and then just leave. But they stayed. They wanted to mine more. Greed. Avarice.
What exactly did you summon in the mines?
Well, I know for a fact that one of the creatures that I pulled from another plane was a hydra. They are dangerous beasts with many heads, so do be careful, but beasts and people are very fickle. Magic is very fickle. It's not easy to always control, and I can give you a few spell scrolls that I've prepared to help you on this quest. I do not know what else is down there. Some monsters I did not summon. They just exist down in the mines.
Right. Huh. Hydra, huh?
Goes to his desk in the back that you guys had already rifled through, and he opens up one of the drawers, and he gives you 3 scrolls. This one will help you walk on water. Scroll of Water Walk. This one calls upon the elements to create a storm that is cold and icy. Scroll of Ice Storm. This one is to harden your flesh. It will make you impervious to many attacks. Scroll of Stoneskin.
Okay.
I am concerned, though. The bandits seem to have taken a relic of mine. It was, an elven scroll case. You didn't happen to find it amongst the bodies? It's very rare.
Would him saying the Elven scroll case, would I be able to put it together and think back to when Diashri and Ignis sort of rifled through his shit?
Did you know that they took it? I don't know if they mentioned that to you.
Well, we were all in the same room. We were waiting for Diashri to unlock the door. Or did we not unlock the door and then did we click it down?
Diastri
Ignis-
recognized what the scroll was
no,
and
Diastri
did
did.
mention out loud that it was
Oh, then
that
yes.
it was a scroll that looked like it was very similar to the one we had found
I think
before.
I know what happened to it.
Arthur
Well,
probably would have seen Heason like grab all the papers on his desk too and just like shove them in his bag.
I'm pretty sure I know where your stuff is, and I'll make sure you get it back.
Thank you. I'm in search. It's a lot of research I've dedicated my life to. I don't know if I could recover from losing that.
No, of course. Yeah, I'll make sure you get that back. How long have you been in Guildrell for?
I've been here for 15, 20 years.
Vanna, noticing like how down he is, just approaches him and pats him on the back and says, "It's gonna be all right." Well, maybe not for you since you don't have a right hand.
Oh my god. I want to give her an inspiration, but then that was you, so I don't know who to give the inspiration to.
Well,
Someone just
she's sitting on an
I'll take it if
inspiration.
you guys
I'll take the
want it.
inspiration
You can
if you
take
want
the
to give it.
inspiration. You RP'd not your own character really well. Thank you, Satyr. Quick question. Do you happen to know how to sing or dance?
I do happen to be quite the dancer, and I can play a mean harmonica.
I think a song would cheer me up. I spent some time with the Fae. In my
Well,
college
Mawlerz?
days. Those were wild.
College days.
How old does Melekite look?
He looks like he's probably late 40s, early 50s.
Okay.
He's like, handsome older guy. But you can see the effects of, age on him. But for the most part, looks like a stud.
Did
Well,
you say
Does
stud or
Vanna
stub?
play
Stun.
Enter Sandman like on harmonica?
so yeah, she's like, I can play. I'll play Wonderwall, but I won't expect any applause from you.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Roll a performance check from her.
All right. Fucking nailed it.
Wow. It's amazing.
Hell yeah.
You see like the tears in her eyes, and he's like, maybe. He's
And he claps his nubs together.
Oh no.
You have moved me, Satyr. If you can clear the mines, and if you can help me, I have a gift for you.
Oh, a gift. I love gifts.
Return to me when the mine is cleared, and I will make sure that you have it. I don't know. He's just evolving into Deckard Cain. He's just like, stay away and listen. I don't know. I kind of lost
Melekite Deckard Cain.
Vanna gives him a nod of approval and finishes up her jig.
It's very good. Very good.
With a little bow.
We're definitely going to want to help out the mines. That Hydra sort of changes things. I suppose anyone here has fought a Hydra before by a chance? No? No, okay.
I mean, I've seen a Hydra or two in my life, but...
Isn't it just the four of you there, plus Terra?
Yeah.
Yeah, Terry, you fought a Hydra before? Would you like to?
Boy, howdy,
Yes.
would I?
I guess another thing, this is sort of more personal me stuff. So obviously I'm gonna be real with you. I may have the name Starkleaver, but I know nothing of the families. I grew up in the north with the Furbolgs. I know nothing of what the family is, who they are, or anything. I'm just trying to figure that out. My mum left me there when I was maybe not even a year old, thinking about what my father said.
You are one of the lost children, I see.
what?
Oh, well, it's for the best, but I would keep your identity probably hidden. You must be the firstborn of your family. Many parents of our clan have attempted to hide their children to keep them from the curse.
The curse?
Do you know of the other planes of existence?
I've heard of them. There's the fire plane. There's the there's my other notebook.
Yes,
read about
all of those. Yes. So
that went Wild.
originally, after the Great Cataclysm, when humans were given a place to live amongst the elves, our family went out in search of knowledge, and we found a portal. It was to a watery plain, and we made friends with the denizens of that place. We also then traveled and we found a portal to a plane of fire. We were respected mages back in those days.
I think I read about that somewhere, actually.
The fey creatures, this is hundreds of years ago, would not allow us into their portal to the elemental plane of Earth. And there were battles fought over it. Eventually, our family gave up. Some of them snuck in but never returned, so we ventured towards where the giants live. They live in a desert. And we found the Yuan Ti. Have you heard of these? These creatures?
Would I have? Would Arthur have? I'm guessing maybe. I don't know.
Roll an intelligence check.
Intelligence. 5.
No, you've never actually heard of them. They are kind of not a well-kept secret, but they don't venture out much. They don't do much diplo. They're not like the way that you would have heard of like tieflings or halflings or dwarves or whatever.
Yeah.
They're just kind of they guard a portal to the infernal realm. Many of our family went in there. And what awaited them was difficult for us because all of the other planes followed these natural laws, very raw and primal, and here there were fiends, and they followed their own structure and hierarchy. They were able to teach us many things, and unfortunately, we did not realize it at the time, but we had entered into a contract with them for this knowledge. And that contract still binds to us. And that is why we have been forced to change our name. We've been forced to scatter. The firstborn child of every family was to be taken. Parents have tried a multitude of different ways to break the curse or to save their children. I would not let your identity be known, lest you be drawn into that realm.
That's a well, I didn't think it was this complicated, to be honest. Makes me rethink a lot of things. Because initially I was just trying to look for my parents, but don't suppose you would even know who my mother or father was biologically.
No, there are many of us. Perhaps if they're trying to break the curse and keep you safe, they could have gone into the realm of the Abishai. They are the known enemies of the devils, but that has its own dangers associated with it. They live in a plane called the Abyss.
Oh.
Well, I've also heard that there's some sort of keep in Altenheim, isn't there? Is that correct at all?
Yes, so our family has several strongholds that now we live in. We study, we pursue mainly how to break the curses, but also realms of magic. There is a keep in Altaheim. There is a keep in northern Kindraga. I believe that those are the only ones that remain.
We don't have a map on us, do we? Do we have like an actual? Does the party own a map?
Nope.
I don't think we do.
You guys
I skipped
never bought
cartography in
one.
high school.
Yeah. All right.
Every time you guys saw a map shop, you were like, nah.
Maps are for
Have
suckers.
we seen a map shop? I feel like we haven't.
Yeah,
We
in
don't
Shaw
ask for
Cove.
directions.
There
There was a
map
map shop
Imagine-
in Shoal Cove.
well, there was at the general store. I like brought up like 4 times
Fuck.
that there were maps.
Imagine a
Jeez.
group full of map players not buying a map.
Yeah, I specifically hand drew maps for the campaign.
Oh no!
And to give you guys as handouts.
No.
Yeah, well.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. We got
Oh
some maps then.
god!
I
Okay,
retroactively
so-
travel back in time and buy every map.
Add
Does,
that to the to-do list. We need to
does-
buy a map.
Does
Some
Miller
map.
have a map?
I did on my desk, but now all of my paperwork is missing.
Oh, so I have a map. It's fine.
Well, your hair already? He's in your hair already?
No, I'm not. But yeah, like
Okay.
it's fine, guys.
All right. Well,
Those bandits, they stole all the paperwork. I'm not there either. I'm just...
Young Starkleaver, perhaps? And he is everyone else there, like standing around with you guys, like Vanaray and everyone?
so
Yeah.
I didn't say to go away.
Perhaps
Just post it up against the wall.
you should try to visit the land of the Arakakra.
End of the Arakakra. What would be over there for me?
Well, for a while our kind was persecuted, and though now we are not illegal anymore, some of us went to go live with the Arakakra. They are known for their skill in magic.
Known for their skill in being awful.
That's good one, Dragonborn. Well done. Tally ho!
Well struck.
We haven't had the best relations with them, so well, with one of them. You wouldn't happen to recognize.
Obviously, the actions of one represents the actions of like how we should treat all the group.
Look,
right?
I've seen a lot of Arakakra in my time, and none of them are good.
You wouldn't happen to recognize a. Where is it? It's back a bit more. I'm trying to find what was the name of the.
I can't.
I can't.
I can't.
You wouldn't happen to recognize the name Akan, would you?
Oh, have you met Akan?
Yeah, we're very acquainted. He tried to kill us and send us to the Shadowfell.
Well, he did send us to the Shadow
Well, he did send us to the Shadowfell, but he didn't kill us.
By choice.
Not a good
Akan
fist.
was one of the first friends to the Solar Fires, an offshoot of the family. They taught him how to access these other realms. He introduced us to the ancient relics. And then he slaughtered about 50 of us. Akan is a
That sounds
sworn enemy. If you see him, you should not trifle with him.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure if he's looking for us now or not, but
It is rumored that he killed a god.
that's what he told us. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
do not believe that any mortal has that power.
No,
But
we
you are
sort
not
of-
a god.
No, I don't think any of us are, unfortunately. But all right. Thank you for all this. We'll try and clear out the mines as best we can, fix that issue.
Could you give us do you have any more insight on what creatures are down there? You mentioned a Hydra. Do you know specifically anything else that you summoned?
No, the way that the spell works is I target a creature. So I targeted the Hydra. The portal stays open for a certain amount of time. Whatever crosses through during that time, I have no control over.
So was
Well-
the Hydra just in there already?
The Hydra is
No.
Or did it
there
come through
now.
the portal?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the portal that I opened.
No,
was
okay,
to
sorry.
get the
Yeah,
Hydra. I basically called up the Hydra and
Yeah.
he was like, let me swing through, me and all my buds.
Well, maybe the homies.
Yep, house party, come crash.
So there could be 10 hydras, is what you're saying.
Great. How many heads is that? Is it gonna be like 100 heads?
That's a lot of math. I'm an athlete, not a mathlete.
But like, that's a type of dragon. Maybe you
A
can
lot of-
talk to him, Canary. You said I nearly called you Canary. How nice are
I'm-
Hydras? Are they nice
They're
dragons?
very, very not nice. I don't think they're
Oh,
actually
good.
dragons, are they? Technically not.
Nah. They're not
Um,
they don't hail from the nation of dragons. Like you did not see
Yes.
hydras like walking around in your childhood or anything like that.
Yeah, there was no Hydra community when I grew up. So, as far as I know, they don't even speak. So,
Huh. Well, anyone else have anything of need here? I mean,
I
Agnes
have
specifically.
I have a question. Have your powers manifested?
My what now?
Do any magical innate powers from deep within?
I mean, I did according. Well, yeah, I guess these runes. I just I see in the corner of my eye. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I did turn into a big 8 foot tall creature in the middle of the fight. I've been using these runes recently. I'll sort of pull out my sword and sort of show him the inscribed rune on the sword and on the fox mask. These sort of glow whenever something happens.
I would keep paying attention to the runes. They will warn you of danger.
All right, that's good to know.
I must rest, but come to me when you have finished clearing out the mines. We can answer more questions. If you survive, I will give you the gift that I promised little satyr. And he pats her on the head, like in between the horns, gives her like the little head scritchies.
Scritchies.
Mm-hmm.
She
Don't
does,
say that.
She does
He's
a
got
little. She does
nubs.
a little dance for
Oh,
that.
yeah. Well, he does a little rubbies.
A little
The
rubbies.
rubbies.
Gives her a noogie. He's just like,
Yeah. This way Ignis can have his conversation with Melaru when he comes back, so that we're not
Assuming.
AFK
Yeah.
doing it.
beautiful.
And with that, it is 6 o'clock. So do you guys want to take a 5 to 10 minute pee break so I can go pee really fast and refill my coffee?
Yes.
Yes,
Yay.
And then when we come back, you guys reconvene and we'll figure out where to go from there.
Cool.
Perfect.
Okay.
Alrighty. Give us like 5 minutes, you guys. BRB. And we are back. So the party has gone, spoken to the Reeve, spoken to Sarabai, spoken to Melaru. You guys have all sort of reconvened in the town as you were all leaving. Streets are quiet. It's still the morning, probably like 10 a.m. It's a bit of a windy, kind of chilly day.
Heckin' windy.
Looks like there's some darker gray clouds on the horizon, but for now, it's
Oh,
clear.
no.
You know, for now, it's clear.
Did so we've all met up, have we?
Mhm.
We're all together. Did you learn much, Arthur? I know you've been wanting to.
Oh, yeah, I'll talk about that in a second. But there's a Hydra in the mine.
Oh,
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
have
That's
I
a thing.
ever seen a
what?
Hydra or heard of what a Hydra is?
Roll an intelligence check.
Fuck. Oh, that's a saving throw.
The dwarves, use the term Hydra as slang for when they smoke a little too much and they get a little too high. Hydra.
A Hydra.
420 blaze
Yeah.
it.
There's just a really high person down in the
Yeah,
mine.
geez, that doesn't sound too bad to me. I got lots of hashish down there. Damn.
He's
No,
sitting
it's
in a
like
blacklit room like it's Spencer's in the 90s talking about
Yeah.
conspiracy theories.
It's the
It has one of
Hydra.
those like globes that has lightning in it.
I'm just gonna sidle up next to Cannery and be like, dude, what the fuck's a Hydra?
It's like a dragon, but not. It has multiple heads. Gotta cut those bad boys off, but at the same time, you gotta keep cutting them off. You just gotta keep cutting. You gotta keep rip and tear. That's what you gotta do.
Ripping in a
And
tear.
fire.
Alright,
They don't
I
like
can-
fire. I know they don't like fire.
Slayer. Oh, good thing you breathe fire. Got that sorted out then.
Good thing
Yeah.
Vanna also has access to fire.
She
I've
does.
seen her
Yes, she
slinging
does.
fireballs.
She's
I
like,
do
right
not.
now? Like, you want me to do it right now?
Firebolt.
Jason.
Cannery, how big is a Hydra?
Not the size of a standard full-grown dragon. It's a little bit smaller. Trying to put a good size on it, but it's it's more imposing when you see it because it's just how many heads you see. So it's you just gotta keep your wits about yourself because you keep your eyes on you lose track on what head and that's the one that's gonna get you. So that's all I can say.
Okay.
I guess. Just don't go around saying I'm a Starkleaver at all. Just don't mention the name.
A start? No.
Okay,
right,
Mr.
you're a
Sharkleaver,
Stark.
sir.
Don't ask about any of the names. If you have to use a last name, just say Lorcan. That's the last name of the family that adopted me. That's the last name
I'm
always
gonna
use.
drop my dwarven form, turn into a demon.
Um,
Roll an insight check, Arthur.
oh god. Such a no. 20.
Oh shit!
Well, when you say that, you do notice like Tara, who I guess is riding Angramar, just sort of
Oh, no.
looks at you pretty like the Hydra and a Starkleaver. This is a lot going on.
I'm serious when I say that, Tara.
Sorry,
Be
sir.
quiet about
Sorry, Lorcan, sir. Yep.
If it gets out, I'll know who to blame. But yeah, apparently there's been like some big curse on my family from fiends, and it's quite complicated and fucked up, I think. So
There's a
Good
whole
to know.
story.
you know,
behind it. We learned a
personally,
lot.
I've never been cursed, but I don't think I want to be cursed. You know, I'm happy the way I am right now. So
Sir, I can
Just-
curse you right
yeah.
now. Fuck you.
Oh, she got
That
you there.
language. God damn.
well,
Have to
the
wash
English
your
I'm
mouth
talking
out
you.
with soap.
Tara's in his rebellious phase.
Yeah,
That language would not fly in Isherin, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
That's very nicely of you.
You think just because we're in Gildrill you can talk smack?
Yeah.
To be fair, you did shout "fuck you" at one of the bandits earlier during the fight.
Oh shit! I taught him a new word.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
You only have yourself to blame, my friend.
new vocabulary learned.
Ignis is like, and I thought we agreed not to use that language in front of the squire.
Damn it!
Does Angramar, like, does he understand, like, the minimal, like, threatening language?
He's like,
And Angramar's like, just a guttural growl or something.
Angramar's just being a good boy.
Yeah, I don't think he's parent material. I think he's just like,
He's just mount material.
yeah. I view him like a loyal pit bull, you know?
So does Terra walk beside Angramar, or does Terra ride the front while Ignis sits up the back?
Yeah, depending
Yes.
on what training that they're doing that day. Like if it's leg day, Tara's walking. You know, Ignis
Leg
is very
day.
on top of Tara's workouts. So when it's leg day, he has to walk. But
That's fair. That's fair.
Riding Angramar is good for the balance, so, you know.
All right.
and also I found out that Melekite told me that if I want to find more of my family for more answers, you're gonna love this, guys. We have to go visit the Arakocra.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that where our
Mhm,
con's
mhm.
from?
I assume so, and he's also he used to be an old friend of the family before he slayed 50 of us and then left.
Sounds like a great
Yeah.
guy.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Sounds.
Matches every
I'll be honest.
description.
love him even
The
more.
I'll be
Sounds like
honest,
a
that makes me
con.
more inclined to wanting to go to see your family because they may have been, people hold vengeances. People might spend, generations looking for a way to kill a god slayer.
Well, Melekite says they don't think he actually slayed a god, so
Ooh.
well, who knows? But yeah,
Well,
So
he
yeah,
definitely
just,
almost slayed us. So
yeah. Yeah,
Either
so
way,
what's our plan now, lads? Do we want to
Well-
go into the mine? Do we want to prepare for anything? Well, like, we
Big-
should probably prepare before we go into the mine to face a Hydra. Is there anything we need to
do they
do?
have any explosives
have-
for the mine?
Doesn't Mawlerz still have a bunch of acid that the bandits made?
Probably acid vat. Was the acid vat still there when we walked in, Ghibli?
yeah, he's got a little bit of acid in his shop that he was making, and then in the refinery was those big acid bats. Yeah.
that's, yeah.
But yeah, that's gonna be.
That sounds good.
You're gonna chuck acid on a Hydra.
Yeah, just throw acid at it.
I'd be down to try, or maybe get it to eat acid.
How?
Now the
I
Hydra's
thought-
tripping balls, dude. That's not a good idea.
Yeah, let's...
Dose the Hydra. Now he's really high.
Yeah, Paladin, do you understand how Hydras work? Once one head dies, two replace it.
Also,
Right,
I should
but
probably
if
say-
it eats the acid, that damages the stomach, wouldn't it? Unless it can
They have very
generate
long
heat.
necks. They have very
Oh.
long necks.
Okay.
also for spellcasters.
Do we know how to kill this thing? Has anybody fought one of these?
I've never fought one. We just have
Man.
stories about them.
I don't think anyone's
Darren back in my homeland was a bit of a Hydra.
I don't think you quite
And
understand. what we're
he used to do
talking
acid
about.
all the time. Oh, Darren. So I don't think that's going to work.
It's wrong Hydra. Wrong Hydra.
You said
I think
fire.
you're a little
Do we
bit
have
Hydra
anything
right now.
else?
I'm perfectly sober.
Do we
Well, I
have
guess
anything
two-
besides your breath?
That's two.
Go ahead, Arthur.
questions. Sorry, yeah. What do we have in the terms of healing potions? And I also have 3 scrolls that perhaps the spell users want to use.
Hmm.
So, yeah. What do we have in terms of healing? I have a healing potion, just a regular one.
Got nothing.
I got nothing.
Cool.
Hey JJ, what can I roll for this? Just for a little bit more. I don't want to like out of character. I don't want to metagame it too much, but like, what can I roll just to be like, yeah, this is the best way to attack them?
Just a straight intelligence check, because you're accessing your memory, right?
Yeah. Well, that's the same thing, right?
See,
Yeah.
that's about what you know. It's a creature with
Okay.
multiple heads. The more you chop off the heads, the more heads happen. It lives in water.
hmm
And the
Don't like fire.
the joke is that they make good watchdogs, because like when one head is asleep, the other one's awake, kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Well, I've imparted all my knowledge then.
I've got a scroll of ice storm, scroll of stone skin, and scroll of water walking here with me. Also, I don't know.
I
If
call
any of
dibs on the
this-
water walking.
Yes.
Well-
the dude in the heaviest armor. Let's make sure he doesn't drown. That's a good idea.
I'm gonna throw this out there, but I think Vanna can fiddle with those, can't she? Didn't she do that before with one spell?
Oh, she could.
She could write it into her spell book. I don't think she has written any spells into her spell book.
Okay. I thought I
know.
gave her a scroll, but maybe she hasn't written anything.
I think she hasn't written it down yet.
Hmm.
Otherwise, I don't know how do scrolls work. Can anyone just use a scroll, or does it only because it only be a spellcaster?
I have no idea.
You basically need to be able to cast the spell within your class spell list, and it has to be of a level that you can cast. Otherwise, now there's like modifiers, like now you have to roll
Okay.
for it, blah blah blah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Well, someone could cast it on you, Rainier.
who do you want to give the
Sure.
scrolls to? I guess. Can you do anything with these scrolls, Hisan?
I'm gonna be honest, I've never used a scroll in my life.
So
Okay.
Vanna is like,
Vanna,
I
yeah.
can do it. I'm a wizard. Hello.
Okay,
She's
I'll
what-
give
she-
her.
she
I'll
has
give her the 3.
It's kind of
scrolls
my
then.
cup of tea, guys.
Yeah.
I'll give her the scrolls then.
She's got a spell book. She's good at this stuff.
That's good.
Hmm.
Well, we can run by the refinery building that we hit up and see if there's anything in there that we can use.
But perhaps,
Acid, explosives,
Can we go see
whatever.
the Peach sisters as well,
Sure.
or like the
Wait.
Peach family?
Why do you want to go over there for?
They've been down in the mines fighting.
Okay, yeah, that would be useful.
I
Yeah.
could give us some guidance, yeah.
Hold on. Didn't somebody have a map of the mines in this town?
You have seen
There
a
was
map.
that was the Robs, wasn't it?
Mhm.
It was Arabai. Yeah. Yeah, she had a map of the mines. I'm pretty sure.
Do we want a map of the mines?
Yeah.
No,
yes.
maps are stupid. We don't need a map.
You're right. Jay.
Maps?
Who needs maps? Let's just avoid maps entirely. Never buy a map. I got it.
No, we should probably if
We've made it this far without him. Respectfully, I'm sorry, JJ.
Like-
No, that's
Honest-
fine.
JJ.
It's
Honestly,
classic,
guys, like-
classic map gamers.
Honestly,
am I right?
though, it's a mine. I fucking was born and bred in the mines, guys. Like, fucking know mines
Okay.
like the back of my hand.
It'd be like home.
Oh, that's new. What?
Do you still have your scarf on?
I do, yeah. Actually, I would have a scarf on, or like my collar's up, or something like.
What's the temperature right now? How chilly does it feel?
It's
up
pretty
here?
chilly. It's pretty chilly. It's definitely sweater weather, scarf weather.
Yeah, I'm looking pretty good. You might see like something poking out though, but I don't know how attentive people are paying.
Looks like a hickey.
Yeah,
Damn, what were you up to last night, bro? No, I don't ask.
a demon
Uh,
came into my room, smoking hot. Don't know if it was the fire or if it was just they were really good looking. I'm gonna be honest.
Totally forgot to mention, Vanna, what the hell was going on last night? Do you have any recollection of what happened?
Oh, yeah, so I was like having this dream, and I usually have this dream, but this one was like a little different, and I just you know, like sometimes like when you feel like you have superpowers, right? And you're just like waiting for the superpower to happen. And I just like was moving things with my mind and it was so cool. And so, you know, I kind of, you know, was in a shop and I was stealing everything with my brain. It was awesome.
Yeah, you were moving a lot of things in your room with your brain too as you're asleep. So, I guess that's a thing now.
And she will cast her mage hand and it will try roll a perception check.
Ooh.
You notice as it has already been detached, but your little like satchel that you keep all of your gold and stuff in is like you see it like floating in front of you, like going back to her, and she's like, hee hee.
Hey! I reach out and grab it. All right, just keep your little mage hand off my gold sack, okay?
He's not a golden dragon.
I
Yeah,
have so many things to say about that, but I won't.
good.
But yeah, I can do that now.
Well, that's what I found out last night, guys. So
If you're
Well,
impressed,
yeah.
follow me in the
You and her-
afterlife for more tips and tricks.
You know what? I think I'll pass. Thanks. Alright, so we will do. We're gonna go. Do we want to go pick up a map of the
Let's get a
mines?
map.
We can
Get a
just
map.
All right,
quickly
you
go.
get
grab
the
the map.
map from Sarabai. She's like, yes, please, here, take this.
Okay, and then do we want to go talk to the Peach Sisters?
To find out what we might run into down there, apart from the Hydra, because we only know about that.
Do we
And-
know where they live?
Yeah, there's like
Okay.
6 houses that are occupied.
See if there's like bombs and stuff. Oh yeah, also something we found out from the Zerubs, so Rainier. Rendo was actually smuggled out of town, back to home. I know, shocking, right? He was meant to bring the army back here. That's what the Zerubs told us. Yeah, I don't
What?
appreciate the
What?
sarcasm.
Hold
But-
on. Wait a second. What is this? Return, stop playing pretend in the army, and get back here immediately.
Did you just
Thank you.
break the seal to read that to me?
No, it was no.
You.
The seal-
You gotta bring it back and be like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm so nosy. Can you please restamp?
I'm sorry. I had to. I was being an asshole to a friend.
Scroll to prove a
No,
point.
I thought the scroll was tied with like a knot, and the seal was on the letter. From what I was that how it was, or was the seal actually sealing the scroll closed?
Okay, so the way that wax seals on a scroll work is that you roll up the scroll and then you pour a dollop of wax on it and then you stamp it with your special insignia that can't be reproduced. That way, when somebody opens the letter, it breaks the wax seal, and that way you can tell that the letter has not been forged or tampered with. You would know this, and probably
Rainier would know this.
Yeah.
Rainier would know this. He would not have broken the seal. He would have pulled out the scroll and was like, "It's like I got you covered. I think we got it covered." That man is going to be getting the biggest dressing down of his life when I get back to Ava Shore.
ooh.
Man.
Love that.
Ooh, woo.
Before you get naked with him, though.
A military dressing down. Like he is going.
Oh,
he is going.
role
Hey, listen,
playing
man,
now.
we don't judge here.
Shower
Yes.
scene now?
How many dudes
It's
in the
okay.
showers at Ramridge?
18.
18
at
naked.
least. 18 naked soldier boys down at Aver Shores.
It's just his house.
The Peach Sisters.
Okay, Peaches Sisters.
Piece of sisters.
You knock on the door and Ashley answers, and she seems in a really good mood. She's like smiling, she's very carefree, she's got her hair down instead of like up in a ponytail, and she's like, hey guys, what's going on?
Well, you seem very chipper today.
Yeah.
So we're about to head down into the mines, I think. We're here for some information, possibly, if you have any.
Oh,
Tips and tricks.
sure.
Yeah, tips, tricks, what we should expect down there. Is there
Any
anything that we
dynamite?
could take down to help us?
So if you take the east tunnel, it's like a little storage area with like there's some barrels of like tools and maybe some dynamite. I don't know. I never really dealt with all that. I just sort of, shot arrows and but there's an elevator that goes down into the actual mine. And if you take the west tunnel, that's just the tunnels that go down into the mine. What I can tell you is I know that the bandits took a lot of the stuff, but they weren't able to take all of it. But the east tunnel, that's where we were. That was pretty safe. Well, there was bandits there when we were there, but you know what I mean. I don't know what's down in the mines now. The bandits attacked at night. Like, we weren't on duty. They just sort of captured us. I killed a few. My sister killed a few. And then they, kind of just were using us to work in the mines. And then she starts to get a little bit, like, more, like less chipper and less chipper. She, like, turns into, like, like the Vietnam flashback meme. And she's like, so...
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry to make you relive that.
It got
But
real dark, actually.
do you know what lived in the mines? What were you fighting before?
Occasionally there would be like, swarms of rats and, occasionally like a weird, creepy bugs. Sometimes we saw goblins down there.
Does this mine have an entrance not in the town?
No, not that I know of.
Interesting. Alright. Well, we appreciate your help. If you guys did feel like coming back down in there, if it's not too much trouble for you, feel free. We could use all the help we could get, really, I think. As long as the party's fine with it, I'm fine with it.
If they want to sit with their dad out of danger, they can do that. They've been through enough, I think.
You can roll
Good
a
choice.
persuasion if you would like, Heason.
Well, I mean, like, I'm kind of deferring to the party.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
try and persuade them, but only if the party thinks that it's, like, necessary.
Leave it up to the sisters what they want to do.
If they want to sit with their dad
Okay.
and just catch up, they can do that.
Yeah, I know that Megan right now is hanging out with our dad because he's pretty injured. And I kind of don't go anywhere without my sister. Kind of work as a team.
That's fair. No, don't worry about it.
But
Yeah.
we're trying to
Make it really
convince
good
my
team.
dad to retire. And we're actually trying to convince him to maybe move down south. I heard the Shawl Cove is really nice.
It is a very nice place, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, minus the goblins and the werebears.
We took care of that.
Oh,
as well.
it's all been taken care of.
We
It's
took
fine
care
down
of that
there.
a while ago. Yeah. You don't need to mention that to Astrid.
But yeah, lovely town. Feel free.
Cool.
They've got good cinnamon buns.
I love cinnamon buns.
I'm gonna take one out and give one to her.
Here, I have only 4 of these left, but they're special arrows, and she gives you 4 + 1 arrows.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Sweet.
It's a shame he's just going to miss every shot.
Shots fired and shots missed.
I mean, maybe we should give the bow to Arthur, because
I believe in you, Diaster. You'll land a hit one day.
if you could teach him that
Oh,
trick
God.
of yours, maybe it would help him.
This
All I have to say is, who killed Karen?
Who was down the longest?
Who killed
Alright,
Karen?
guys. We don't need to be petty here, alright? I was trying to get Diastri some training, alright?
Oh, God.
This kind of takes like a lifetime of study. So if you want to meet me back here every single day, 12 hours a day for the next, I don't know, 25 years, then like sure.
How old are you?
28.
Damn, you look good.
Oh. Oh. When you get out of that mine,
When you get out of that mine, why don't you delve my mine?
Oh, Jesus.
I've always liked short boys.
You know what they say about dwarves.
Oh, I know a lot of what they say about dwarves. Yeah, that's.
Alright, I'm leaving now. Thanks, guys.
Anyways, you want
Alright.
to meet my dad? Come and say hello
It's,
to my father. Ask him for my hand in marriage.
Oh,
He's
Jesus.
visibly uncomfortable.
Alright, well, that's a conversation for later. Let's go to the mine.
Oh,
Puzzle's ready.
you left that door open. You left the door open. Oh, that's a conversation for later. You left the door open. Now it's
I
like,
did, yeah.
yeah. Oh my god.
I don't know how desperate we're going to be. We never know.
Could die tomorrow.
Yeah, could die tomorrow.
Could die
Who
today.
knows?
May as well get married. May as well get married.
Yeah,
May-
we've had
may-
one wedding in the campaign so far.
Yeah.
That ended
well.
perfectly.
They did perfectly well. They're still living happily ever. Oh,
Look, okay.
Mm.
Once is a coincidence. If it happens again, then there may be a curse. So you never know.
I thought
Wow.
third time was the charm.
Yeah, I mean,
oh well. You're gonna be second by the looks of it. Good luck, buddy.
Maybe.
did you catch
Alright.
the bouquet at Flappy's wedding?
I might have, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Anyways,
At least Ashley, seems like she would, fit into the party.
Yeah. But let's head down to
We've
the
been
mine.
we've been needing a good shot in the party for a while.
Well, I can shoot my crossbow all the time, so
all right. Are you guys heading to
Baca's
the
gonna
east
hire people
tunnel
to come.
or
It's
the west
shit.
tunnel?
The one that has
Please.
like, the storage stuff, I think.
I guess
That's first.
well, I guess that it depends because does that mean we're gonna go down to the bottom, clear everything out there, but then when we want to come back up, we're gonna have
Look.
to clear stuff out as we come back up?
If you
Well,
look at the
Just
map,
because we go in the east side doesn't mean we can't come back out the east side and then go to the
Look at
west.
the-
It's a
where's the map?
storage.
Let's look at the map again real quick.
okay, so if you look at the map, of course you guys get the map that I don't have the handout for. The east tunnel is a storage area. There's like a storage cavern up here, and then like the tunnel out this way, and then there's more storage this way, and then the elevator goes down. In the west tunnel, that's actually the tunnel that goes in. It seems to run in a circular kind of spiral style thing with little cavernous offshoots where there are gem deposits and gold veins. And if you follow it all the way to the end of the spiral, that's where you get to the room with the elevator that goes up to the east tunnel. So it looks like you can either go in this way, come down, clear out the whole thing and come out the west tunnel, or go in the west tunnel, come out the whole way, clear everything, come out of the east tunnel, or however you want to do it. But
Yeah, because if we're gonna clear out the tunnel, we might as well do it properly.
Yeah,
I think so
wanna-
too, but we
if
want to go
we-
check the storage first.
If we do things, if we clear out the whole mine and make it safe for everybody, we might get something.
We already G'd up a reward
Oh,
You did?
from the Zarabs. Yeah, they basically said we
reward?
can take whatever the fuck that we want, really.
Yeah,
Of
so
what?
as much as you want to carry,
like a peach
gold,
sister.
gold or whatever.
no.
right?
Yeah, gold or whatever, as much as we can carry, they said we can take if we help them.
As many pieces
I mean, we've
as
already
you
helped
can
them.
carry.
Fucking strong,
strong
dude.
are
I
you?
carry.
Carry two.
Did
the
our,
Peach Sisters
dwarves-
carried you in the fight. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, they did, but you know, it doesn't matter. We were also very weakened.
and the sun was in my eyes.
Yeah.
It's
It's not normally this small. It's just really cold out.
Yeah,
so
it's just
shrinkage.
really cold. It is, yeah. It's
In
shrinking.
me.
All right,
The Austihr
so
has
east,
no problem with the Peach Sisters carrying him or the princess either. He's perfectly
A double
okay
wedding
with that.
then.
Okay. Anyways, where are we going?
No,
Party.
let's
We're
go
going
to
to the storage
to the-
east entrance
to the
storage
east
area.
entrance.
You
Okay.
do want
storage.
we can loot
Alrighty.
everything
Dude,
there.
Arthur. Arthur, we can look for supplies to use when we're down there, and then we can go to the west tunnel. It's fine.
No, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah. I
Okay.
wasn't
What are we
clear.
doing with Angramar and Terra, Ignis?
Yeah, what are we doing with Ingramar and Terra Ignis?
What would he do?
Are you going to bring up the Austihr that Terra wanted to fight?
would assume.
Yeah, I mean, I'll mention it to Ignis that Terra felt like he was a little left out and wanted to, join in the fray. That he feels like he's ready.
I think
And
we'd leave
let Ignis go with
Angramar
that.
behind though.
Leave Angramar behind, definitely. I'm just. He's not online even, is he? Nope.
No,
I don't think
I
so.
think
God.
just so that we don't accidentally kill his squire while he's not in the session, we leave.
I'd rather
Angramar
not
and-
make that sort of
Maybe
decision.
that's what
with-
he's hoping though.
No,
I'd rather not. I'd rather not make a decision like that with him not here.
fair.
Yeah, that's
okay. I'm with
That's
you.
fair.
So you guys get to the entrance of the east tunnel, carved out of the side of the mountain. It's a 20-foot high man-made tunnel. This is not a natural cavern. You can see like the, chisel marks and all the, different ways that they've tried to, they have like pillars and stuff, like support beams to hold it all up. When you first walk in, you guys notice there is a definite wind, and you can hear it whistling through the caverns below.
That gives me anxiety, IRL.
How dark is it in here?
It's
Can I-
pitch black. So
I'm
those
gonna
of you...
pull out
Can I
a
whip out a
rock.
torch?
Mhm.
No, I'm gonna pull out a rock and
Oh.
I'm gonna cast light on it. My little nightlight rock.
I'll pull out my sword and it starts to glow brightly. The tip of it looks like a shining star, and it lights up. I think 30 foot.
I'm gonna toss
15
my.
15 foot of bright light and 15 foot of dim light.
I'm gonna
and then
toss
Arthur-
my rock straight ahead as
And
far
then-
as I can throw it.
Arthur also has
Ooh.
120 feet of dark vision. So
Yeah, Diash is just gonna look at you guys and chuckle.
I like that. Chuck of the light rock.
Canneray, do you have vision on your character right now?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So,
I put a torch on me
Oh.
because I'm holding one.
perfect, excellent. Yep, there you go. Perfect. That being said, yeah, you guys are able to see that there are some barrels, and these are like racks with mining picks and stuff to your left.
Okay. I'd like. Can we begin to like kind of just check and see what's in the barrels and
Investigate, yeah.
see
crates
what's around. Is there anything that could be used?
Go ahead, roll investigation check.
Make sure.
Looks
He's,
just like,
Ignis will assist me. 13.
I mean, they look to be a bunch of barrels of mining equipment. And you've got all the, things here are basically crates full of chunks of ore that still have like all the rock and everything attached. Like the miners just kind of, got big chunks of stuff that's going to go to the refinery. So like you can see that there's some gold in there, but you can't, some of them have like same thing with like, dirty, cloudy, uncut gems and stuff like that. It doesn't really seem to be much of
Oh no, I'm stuck.
anything.
All right. Well, I guess we can come back for stuff in here if we want it later.
Anything?
So it's
useful,
only
like
ores in there. There's no
explosives?
like dynamite boxes or
What's
anything.
this weapon rack looking like, I guess?
The weapon rack contains mining picks and war picks. And where you guys are right now, this is all ore and stuff like that. Room, Houston, where you threw your rock, there seems to be a work table, like with, it looks like people were in the process of chipping off the chunks of attached like sediment and rock and stuff to the ores and the gems. And then there's a bunch of barrels over here as well.
Maybe like walking as close to Arthur probably as possible.
Yeah, because I've got my sword and up,
Almost bumping hips with him.
So I'll
But I'll
stay
pick
next
up.
to him.
I'll pick up the rock as well as I go past it. I'll pick it up.
This will stand in the appropriate spot.
Yeah, so there's no like we don't see any like boxes. It's just all just barrels full of rocks and stuff. And like no boxes with like mining equipment. It's just only the picks.
So far of all the crates and stuff that you've investigated,
So, yeah, just
Could
looking
I do
around
my
and-
own investigation
you
check?
sure can.
So I don't think I even assisted anyone.
It's just looking around in general. There's nothing that like just by like looking around, nothing pops out.
Where
Just
is my
crates and
freaking
barrels.
investigation? There it is. Whoa! Oh, we got a good one, boys.
So
Let's go.
Hisun, being used to the mines and knowing where these types of things would be kept for ease of access, realizes that they're not going to put dynamite near the shaft for the elevator because God forbid that it blows up. Then now you're blowing up the whole elevator shaft, right? So in
Yeah,
here,
Rainier. Jesus.
there are a few barrels. Some of the dynamite has been taken. Some of the barrels
Mhm.
have just straight up black powder. Some of the barrels are empty, but you are able to find, 2 barrels of black powder full. They weigh 100 pounds each. They're incredibly volatile. You would know this being a dwarf, and also with a 22 investigation check, you see that there's like big signs like, volatile black powder, do not ignite, no smoking, don't bump it, don't wiggle it, don't jiggle it.
I'm gonna
It
put
will
my
blow
cigarette out.
up.
I kind of wanna take a big barrel of black powder with us down.
Well, I
but
could carry one.
That'd be
Someone would
sick
have to carry my
because-
bag, but I could carry one.
be so
Maybe even
dangerous.
both.
I don't know.
There's also barrels of sticks of dynamite, which
Yeah, there is.
is a
That
little
too.
bit easier to transport
I'm
and
gonna
a little
I'm gonna
less
grab
volatile.
4 more, so I have 5.
How
sticks
big
of
is
dynamite.
how is the box? Like, how big is the box of dynamite, and how full is it?
It's a barrel of dynamite, and it weighs 100
Oh, barrel.
pounds.
Oh, it's a barrel. Oh, okay, so it's like it's basically like the black powder equivalent, just with dynamite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone
This is
take some dynamite.
An
we take the
industrial
dynamite.
scale.
Blow.
That's a big
Oh.
old miney.
How much dynamite could we take?
I mean, as much as you can carry, but keep in mind that it's a volatile substance.
I'll take.
Needs to be handled with extreme care.
Mm-hmm. I'll make sure to stuff it inside the armor.
Yes, that
Right next to my lighter. That's always on.
smacks the shit out of you. It's gonna.
That's why it's super safe. No, I'll take 5 sticks and I'll carefully put them gently in my backpack, and I will see if I can like wrap them in softer material, if like spare rags or wrappings
you
from
have
rations, whatever I can.
Do you have spare rags in your inventory? Like, are you gonna rip your shirt up? I mean,
Is there any spare rags in?
I have a bedroll.
Mine?
I can use my bedroll.
okay, you can use your bedroll.
I would like
Yeah,
to use my
just
bedroll, and I will take
chuck 'em
5
in the
sticks of
bedroll.
dynamite.
Okay.
Is
Who
that,
else is
do
grabbing
I-
dynamite?
Is there any difference in volatility between the dynamite and the black powder?
Yeah, the black powder is a loose black powder that you would need to put in your own container and or carry a whole 100-pound barrel of it. And dynamite comes in easy portable sticks with wicks.
Sticks with wicks.
But is the black powder less volatile as far as just carrying around versus the dynamite? I mean,
I would say the dynamite probably would be, because it'd be like sealed inside the
Yeah,
casing
the
and stuff.
dynamite is safer than the black powder for sure.
I'll also take 5 dynamite and just store it away as carefully and safely as possible.
You,
That
Vanna
so
wants to
you,
take
you guys
6 dynamite.
find Vanna takes 6
6.
dynamites, okay?
Jesus. Okay.
We can light them
that
all at
tin
once. and
container
just
that I have, was
fit.
it large enough to carry any dynamite?
Don't you already have something in there?
You gave it to
I-
me, that can.
I'd
Was it
loaned it
tin?
to him for carrying the
That's still
the
got it in it.
shrubs.
Oh, and wait, I think I've got you gave it back to me after that though, and now I have
Did I give it back to you again?
yeah. So you gave it back to me, and now it has the petrification glands.
Oh,
and
right.
stuff in
Yeah,
it.
no.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that makes-
Ooh,
yeah.
Just make
use-
sure, however much dynamite you guys are taking, you're putting it in your whatchamacallit, in your
Inventory.
inventories. Yeah.
I'm gonna go back for a little bit
Dynamite
more. I got
stick
9
weight.
total. I'll take 9 total.
You take 9
9?
total.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take
Do hydras
5.
breathe fire?
We're all gonna
We're
like.
about to
No,
find out.
no issues lighting the dynamite first.
I didn't think about that, but it makes me wanna. You know what? I'm not gonna
Out of
take
curiosity.
dynamite.
Random question, completely unrelated to what's going on right now. Ghibli, have you ever have you had a TPK before?
I'm certain she has. I'm gonna grab 5 sticks of dynamite as well.
I'm gonna put the dynamite away.
I'll
I don't-
take them
I don't-
from
I don't like
Arthur
it anymore.
and put them in my bag.
You can take them.
Wrap them up.
I
So,
was just
how
looking at
much-
Ghibli's webcam, and I'm getting scared.
This is my poker face.
Yeah.
She's like,
Oh, how heavy is 5 sticks of dynamite?
They're 1 pound each.
1 pound each.
pound,
Okay,
okay.
sweet. Damn. It's pretty light.
I mean, I actually think that a IRL, a stick of dynamite's like, what, a 1/4 pound? But
Probably around that, yeah.
for the
That's about
purposes
right. Yes.
of measuring,
This is a lot of boom boom.
Yeah,
This is
just
a-
easy.
it's just, it's easy.
weight,
We
yeah.
don't track encumbrance anyway. We should, but we don't.
Yeah.
Well, I'm carrying
I
100
think it's
pounds
crazy.
right
50
now, so-
feet of hempen rope is 10 pounds. Like, what in the world?
Yeah, it makes
Rope
no
is heavy.
sense.
Rope is heavy as fuck.
I saw someone
Hempen
actually
rope?
weigh 50. I saw someone actually weigh 50 pounds of hempen rope. It's like a pound and a half.
Yeah.
Hmm. Well, you bring that up to Gary Gygax.
Um,
I
Okay.
will. Well, I can't.
So- Are we gonna go out and back in through the west entrance and just kind of work our way down the spiral here?
say we should, yeah.
yes.
We wanna
How
put
far? If I go over to the elevator,
Mhm.
does it have like floors, or is it just like a really old style one?
There are 2 elevators on either side, and
Mm-hmm.
it goes down 120 feet. It doesn't appear to be floors. It looks like it's just
Okay,
like,
it just says
just a
like
vertical
feet.
shaft. Yeah, just like
Okay.
floor 1.
Could we potentially
floor.
lure any of the monsters to the shaft and have them like maybe start climbing up while we drop sticks of dynamite down there?
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Yeah, I don't
Let's
think
just
we want to.
destroy
I don't
the
think we want to
elevator.
ruin this for people, like for these guys. They got to use it. Let's just
I mean,
go.
it's-
Let's just
They
walk
can't use it
down.
right now.
Let's just. I mean, they're not going to be able to use it forever. Fucking if we do that, man, it's going to take them ages to clear that out. Let's just go through the west. Let's just walk down and fucking murder everything as we go.
Yes.
All right. Let's go.
Okey-dokey.
If it anything that is a monster,
Mm.
let's not kill innocents. Just
Who
throwing
has the
that out
ability to light the dynamite?
there.
NRA
You
and
should all
Vanna.
have
The one that
flint
can
and
breathe fire.
steel. Don't you
Yeah,
guys
we
all
all
have flint
should.
and
Yeah,
steel?
in our explorers packs, I'm sure we have like a flint. I'm sure it probably
Uh,
doesn't
I
like.
have my tinderbox.
Yeah, that's
Nope.
got a flint in it for sure.
Okay. All right then.
Oh, I got a tinderbox too.
Yeah, it just
Just in
comes. Yeah,
case.
holds flint and fire steel.
I'm just pulling you guys on the map right now. Feel free to put yourselves however you would like to be.
Okay, I'm go ahead and take the lead here.
I would like to be wherever I'm not going to die.
Okay.
As soon as we walk back in there, I'm gonna light my my
I
rock
can't
back
see
up.
my character at all unless I'm somewhere. Oh, I'm all the way down the bottom. Okay, my screen was all the way at the
Yeah,
top.
It's a real big one.
big. Mm-hmm.
The big one.
Jesus.
So at the west entrance, here you can
I'll
see
be
that.
where am I?
Let me.
up the front here.
Oh, sorry, I spawned myself in, but I was like just right at the top, so I'm just gonna delete this one.
Yep, I just
thank
deleted you.
Thank you.
So you guys come in through this tunnel. Here the tunnel is 15 feet high. You can see that it has been carved to widen it, but the striations in the rocks kind of show you, especially Heesun, you would know these types of things with your knowledge of mining and everything, that this was already an existing tunnel through this mountain. Could have been like a crevice. It could have been, you know, perhaps something a little older. But you can see where they've widened it, where they've made it taller. It's definitely large enough for wagons to go through, carts to go through, a few people to walk abreast to go through. Again, same thing. It's dark, so those of you that need to bring out torches, whatever.
Oh gosh.
What
What just happened?
did you do? What is that?
I was trying to adjust my torch's radius, and my
And-
mistake.
Poor shame.
I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be like golden. That's my bad.
No, you're good.
That's all the gold in the mines.
Yeah.
Uh,
Ooh, we're rich, boys.
Red Road.
I'm sorry
Uh,
I interrupted you
No,
there.
no, you're good. Yeah, and the floor goes down at a medium grade. It's not like super sloping, but it is definitely a downhill.
Okay.
Do
Well,
you want to adjust this marching order at all a little bit? Rainier, do you want to be near the front?
Yeah,
get our-
I am human. I cannot see in the dark, so
I'll give him my rock.
All right.
Well,
And I'll just stand
I
really
have
close
my
to
sword
Arthur.
out, So
This
my
is why we
sword
have torches, Rainier.
30 feet there, 30 feet light.
Yeah.
Arthur will also, with his 120 feet of dark vision, just be keeping out for any signs of something coming towards them. Just
Rainier has a rock now in his hands that has 60 feet of light on it.
60 feet of light. What?
Yeah, because I just cast the light cantrip on it.
Oh, how do I add that again?
Just
I have
take
no
a
idea.
torch.
Oh, hello.
Just take a torch. Oh, sorry, it's not 60 feet. Sorry, it's where is it? 20 foot and then 20 feet in dim light, so it's 40 feet of light. Sorry.
Arthur, roll a perception check.
I shall. Let me reopen the character sheet because it popped out earlier. Perception 20.
You hear coming from the northwest in this general direction, a little bit of skittering, like
Skittering to our left. Watch out. Not sure what's there though. I'll
Roaches.
say it to the Paladin and just like,
Continue to the right, or should we go left?
well, there's noises coming from the left, or we can go straight through.
We did offer to clear the mine, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we don't want those, whatever that is, we don't want it coming up on our 6.
To
If
the
I
left.
walk up to here and look down the tunnel, do I see anything?
So you can tell that
Okay.
this is not necessarily a tunnel, but a very large cavern. The ceilings here are 30 feet high. There are stalactites coming out of the ceiling. There are large rocks. They're not stalagmites, but they're kind of like rounded sort of boulders. This looks to be a depleted gold mine. The rocks here are anywhere from 5 to 10 feet high.
Like
I'm staying really close to Arthur as he's like moving up to, like really
I was
close on
I'm
his
gonna
gonna
tail.
bring Ignis with you guys too.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I was.
He's just,
I
he's
would
just
like
chilling in the
to-
dark back there.
I'm going to circle up around this north wall, in between like the rock, like on this side of the
Center
rocks, just to
here.
kind of get a lay of the room here.
Mhm.
And I'll kind of progress
So,
forward to
is this
about
the
Yeah,
center of
there.
the room
speak.
about here?
Speak behind Arthur and just say like, "Where'd you hear that skittering?" Like,
In here.
Where was that skittering
continue,
coming from?
Continue to look around. Do I see anything?
Yes.
Looking around.
So, as soon as you guys kind of get more central into the room, you see as
we should have snuck, guys.
dropping down from the roof where the stalactites are, large winged
Fuck.
creatures. They're traveling in swarms as they descend upon you. You hear like that screeching as 4 swarms of bats appear.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Getting back.
I don't think I said I put up my shield. Is it too late to say I put up my shield?
Batter up.
I'm Batman.
Everybody light their dynamite.
Throw dynamite at him.
I
And,
don't
like,
have
Ace-
my
Ace
shield
Ventura
because I'm
2
holding a
style.
torch.
Well, you better
Everyone
hold-
panic.
As long as I have my medallion.
They're gonna get in my hair.
No.
Or I'm holding the rock, I should say.
Okay,
I have
so that being said, I will need everyone to
Feel free to
roll
drop it.
initiative.
It won't die.
The torch rolled a 4.
The
Hell
torch
yeah.
rolled a
Oh, the
4.
torch.
The torch has initiative.
The torch has initiative.
Why are there so many torches?
So I rolled a 21 for my torch. My torch has rolled a 21.
Let me roll that. Let me move that to the side.
No, it's
Yeah.
okay. I'll be able to
Okay.
tell who's who if I hover over it. It'll tell me who's who. Just don't take your torch away from you. Put your torch back on top of you.
Will do.
Rip. Next time,
I mean,
you might have to move your token away from your torch to roll initiative, but for this, it's not a big deal. They're just swarms of bats. But next time,
it's
in case you drop your torch, that's where it gets a little dicier.
it's gonna be a pain in the ass if Rainy wants to drop that rock, because it's like, I mean, it's just got light cast on it, so theoretically you could just drop it
Okay, so
and pull
first
your
up
shield up.
is Diostri. Diostri,
Let's go.
you see as these 4 swarms of bats have just dropped down from the ceiling. They are kind of encircling. Let me move this guy to actually being in the grid. They're kind of encircling the group and flapping about. What would you like to do?
This group here, is
Flappingly.
it? This group here, this swarm here, what square is it in? Because it's for me visually, it's halfway between squares.
My bad. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, this
That's
one's
exactly what I wanted to know. And the
Also,
rock
are you
that
on
I'm
top
by,
of a rock or are you behind the rock?
I mean, I didn't really look when I moved myself in there.
He's a
Necessarily.
20-year-old elf. Of course, he was on top of the rock. Damn
Sure, I'll be on
kids.
top of the rock.
Okay.
I'm on top of the rock. Sure.
Alrighty then.
Alrighty. So to go ahead and try and get advantage, he's going to jump off the rock, which I assume will be an interesting thing for him, and try and move over here to behind this swarm.
Okay, that will invoke an attack of opportunity. Are you okay with that?
From whom?
From being over here? You were just over
Oh,
here,
oh
and then you said you were going to come over here.
no, because I was on top of the rock on that spot right there. Is where I began from. I was not next to the bat.
Alrighty.
Unless it was different visually on yours, because I moved myself away to see if I was actually on top of the rock. Then I put myself back there.
Okay, no, you're fine. But I did see your
Okay.
token over here, so that's why I said that.
Okay. Visually that's not where I was. So I don't know how it looked on your side.
Okay. Literally from right this square, you're invoking an attack of opportunity. So I'm going to put you back where you belong. Okay. Right here. And now you start your measurements.
Okay, I didn't move when you did anything there. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, something's screwy.
Something's being wacky because whenever you said I'm moving you, nothing moved.
Yeah, this is where he is right now.
Yeah,
I
he's
saw
right
you
here.
in this
What?
square to diagonal.
No, he's right here for us.
No, yeah, that's where he
didn't
was.
move on mine either. That's weird.
Okay. Interesting. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, if I would have been within 5 feet of that guy, I wouldn't have tried to move away from him
All
anyway.
right,
I
you're
would have
good. You
just
don't
attacked, so,
invoke attack of
yeah.
opportunity.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and move down there and attack this swarm.
Fuck him.
Back him.
Fuck him up.
And let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and begin with my bonus action and throw out Hunter's Mark on him.
Okay.
Okay,
This
and so I take
one.
my one attack. 23.
Roll with advantage, see if you crit. Mm.
Oh yes, because I have advantage. Nope.
Okay, 23 hits. Go ahead, roll damage. 12
12.
piercing. So as you
With-
start going in and piercing at these bats, you realize that you are hitting them, but it is not very effective. There are too many. This is not one single bat. It is many bats all flying around, and so your piercing is not doing as much damage as you expect it to.
Okay. I get sneak and hunter's mark for that. Or do I still get hunter's mark on the first?
Yeah.
I know I get sneak. So there's sneak and then hunters.
Okay,
So like a 9.
so that is an extra. Okay, excellent. Well done. Is that your full turn? They are still flying about. There still seems to be many bats in the swarm. It does not look like you've reduced the number of bats in the swarm by half yet, for the purposes of the bloodied condition.
Yeah, that's all I can do at this point.
Okay, next up is Arthur.
I'll make sure I pull up my shield.
Okay.
So my AC is actually correct, and I'll just smack him with my short sword. That's was rolling as the wrong character, but it's a 9 anyway.
6 and 9.
That
6 and
unfortunately
9.
misses as you're sitting there with your
Cool.
sword just waving it around wildly, and the bats are just like
I'm
flying
blinding with
around.
my shooting sword.
Yeah.
I'm panicking. I'm panicking. I'm panicking.
That's my.
Stop panicking, Anakin.
Well, that'll be my turn then, I guess.
Alrighty then, that will bring us to the bats. Okay, so first swarm of bats is going to actually fly on top of Austihr, but for purposes, I'm just going to stagger it over you so that I'm not covering your token. Same deal with Rainier. Same deal with Ignis. Same deal
Ignis.
with Cannery.
Oh
Oh,
no.
hi, bats.
So, first attack to Austihr. 19 to hit.
Ouch.
7 piercing. Second attack to Rainier. 19 to hit. Is a miss,
That
right?
hits.
That hits, okay.
Nope, I was holding the rock.
4 piercing. The one on top of Ignis. 17 hit
Services
is gonna miss. Ignis is just so
Just while they
short.
can't get 'em.
He's like ducking under and he's like
Yeah.
getting out of the way. And then the 1 to Cannery. 9 to hit. That is also a miss.
Yeah, it's a miss. I'm too
Okay.
big.
And that will be their turn, which will now bring us to Ignis. You're up.
Oh, Ignis, sorry. Ignis is going to. So I'm trying to figure out what I could try to do here.
He would 100% insult some bats.
He probably would, but I'm not as not as good as he is.
This is his alter ego right now.
You're not as punny.
Yeah. I'm not as punny as all. No, I severely lack the punniness. If I was to try Eldritch Blast the bats, would it be a disadvantage because they're
Yeah.
so close?
Yep.
Okay. Then I guess he'll pull out his spear and cast. If I cast a cantrip, that'd just be his action, yeah.
Wait, if he has
Depends
Warcaster,
what-
can he can cast in melee range, right? Or is that how it works?
It's
that works?
it's attacks of opportunity. You can cast a spell.
Oh,
It
okay.
increases your concentration. But if you're pulling out the spear, I'm sorry, what was your question, Arthur?
No, so if I pull out the spear and then cast Green Flame Blade on it, that'd be his turn, yeah.
Is Green
'Cause it's a
Flame Blade an
cantrip.
action or a bonus action? Post it in the chat. I think it's a bonus action.
One action.
No, it's one
Action.
action. Yeah, then
That's an action.
Then
Yeah.
that's an action.
I
Yep.
guess he'll do that, and that will be his turn then, I guess, because I don't want him to move and take
Okay.
damage. Yeah, that'll be his turn. He'll Green Flame Blade his little speary boy.
All right. So still roll to hit with the spear. The way
Oh, can I
that-
still?
Yeah, you brandish the weapon. Make a melee
Yep.
attack with it against one creature within 5 feet of you. On a hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll do this one-handed then. Make sure I do this. Sorry, I haven't played a warlock before. I don't know what's going on.
That's okay. It's okay.
19 to hit.
That
Shit.
does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
So he does 3 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then how does the fire work?
So
green
the
flame
way
they
that this
did.
works is the green fire can leap from this target to another target within 5 feet. There are no other targets within 5 feet. So
So it just doesn't do anything? Okay. Well, that's his turn then.
alrighty then.
Cool. Yep.
However, you notice that that is more effective than, say, using like a piercing or a slashing weapon. That will bring us to Hisan. You're up.
Can I like make some sort of like perception check to see if I like do damage to these things while they're like if I can do damage without fucking hurting my friend or
If you are accurate, you will not hit your friends.
okay, well I'm gonna try something new that I learned and I'm gonna like just summon like a purple like oozing like ball. It looks almost like liquidy and I'm gonna throw it at like the bats that are around Diastri. And I'm going to cast Chaos Bolt, which is that one, but I'm going to
Oh,
attack with it. Give
shit.
me 1 second.
Ooh. 15
So
does
15?
hit. Yep.
And then, so it's casting at first level. So that's a 14 damage, but then I roll a d8 to see what damage it is. What type of damage. Oops, my bad.
That's okay.
Eh,
5, so
it's
it
lightning
is
damage.
lightning
and you do
damage.
It's super
14
effective.
lightning damage.
Ah,
to this
damn.
thing.
Ooh.
So like as the ball, like the ooze, like leaves my hands, it turned into like a lightning bolt and just shoots at them and fucking.
Yeah, that completely
Smacks the
kills them
shit out of
as you send out this purpley ball of goo that just shocks all the bats, and you hear thud 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 as 15 bats fall out of the sky.
Sorry for any shit I've talked to you about your spells. Do that again. That was awesome.
Is there anything else that you'd like to do, Hisan?
I'm gonna shift to this side of Arthur and just kind of like stand there ready.
Okay. That will bring us to Vanna. You're up.
All right, so Vanna's gonna take things in. She's gonna be like, "What the fuck?" And she's gonna jump up on this rock here. And she's dealt with bats before. She's from the dark underworlds. She's been there before, so
Dark Underworld.
she's gonna take out her whip and crack it, and in hopes to kind of confuse the bats in their echolocation, using the crack of the whip to create like a type of echo inside of the
Reverb.
cave. So reverb, because it's a giant cavern, and just to kind of get them confused and
Make
whatnot.
a performance check.
Ooh.
Interesting use of that. That's cool.
If we're inside, if this cabin's like pretty small, can we roll for blown eardrums?
Roll for blown eardrums.
Their attacks will all have
Shit.
disadvantage
Let's
until
go.
the
Yeah.
start of her next
Hell
turn.
yeah!
That was well done. All right, excellent.
Nice.
Is there
Very
anything
creative.
else that Vanna would like to do?
Just a slight little jig on top of that rock, and that's her return.
Excellent. All right. Then that will bring us to Rainier. You're up.
Let's go right now.
Well, I think that these bats are surrounding me because I have this ball of little rock of light. So I'm going to chuck it to get it out of my way. I don't know if that'll change. I apologize if that changes thing. If
No,
that
it's
messes
fine.
up. I have the
We're
6.
good.
I have the
We're good.
6, but I like to chuck it to this back wall over here in the hopes that it might draw the
if
bats
you
away from me.
drop it, that's a free item interaction. If you throw it, that's an action.
I would like to throw it in the hopes that it will get the bats off of me. So I will throw it, meaning I can't get my shield, and I'll just kind of be stuck there.
Okay.
You know,
So I'd
bats are
like
essentially
to-
blind, right?
So number 1, throwing it will be your action, but you can still
Yes.
draw your shield as a free item interaction.
Okay, I would like to do that then. So
Okay.
I would like to throw
Make
the
a
rock
dexterity
and
check.
then
Hell yeah, throw that rock.
Throw that rock.
Ooh, fuck yeah, throw it. It literally slips out of
You throw it, it hits the rock in front of you and bounces back and
Hits him right between the eyes.
I knew this was gonna happen eventually. Oh my god.
It
Yes.
somehow,
Oh my God.
yeah, you hit the rock in front of you. It just bounces right back. It skitters at your feet. Is there anything else? You are able to draw your shield though, so. And it has made a very large noise when it pinged off of the rock. Ping!
That's helpful, right?
Good.
But also, Heason is right. Bats are blind and use sound.
yeah,
for-
if he threw it away and it actually left, I was gonna comment like in character.
Yeah, Vanna
But
had
he-
the right idea, but that's okay. All right. Is there anything else that you would like to do?
I'll draw my shield and just feel bad at myself. Just feel shame.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I don't know whose torch this is. I think that's Canneray.
That's Canneray, yeah.
Yeah, it's gotta be me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just the
Well, got a swarm of bats in front of me. It's kind of hard to pin them down, so I'm just gonna go ahead and unleash my breath weapon.
All
And the
right.
save on that should be 11.
11,
Yes.
and it is a dex save. They will
That's not good.
make it.
That's God dang it. Will they take
No,
half damage?
no.
right?
They
Oh,
they
no, no,
failed it.
okay.
I'm sorry. What I meant was they will make the
Make
save
it.
in
Yeah.
terms of like I will roll that for you, sir. Thank you very much. May I, please,
Gotcha,
sir, may I have
gotcha.
another?
All right. So, yep.
So
That'll be a
2d6.
2d6. Yeah, I'm going to roll that.
6
6 damage.
damage. You see that these bats look like they are hurting, but they are not bloodied. There are still more than half of them in the swarm flying about.
Perfect. Yeah, so I just unleash that breath of fire and then just puff out a puff of smoke afterwards.
Excellent. All
And
right.
that's my turn.
Wonderful. That will bring us to Austihr. Austihr, the bats in front of you are dead. What would you like to do?
If I move to this spot here, does that count as flanking?
Yep.
If they are kind of on top of, okay.
Yep.
So I'll move over there, and for my bonus action, I will transfer my hunter's mark.
Alrighty. Hunter's mark has been transferred.
And I will go ahead and make my attack. 21.
Roll twice to see if you crit.
Twice, 17, no,
Okay, 21 hits.
okay.
Go ahead, roll damage.
8, and then sneak, and then hunters.
Nice.
17 damage.
17 damage, but again, you can tell that it is not super effective. However, you have been able to shish kebab a bunch of the bats, and now there are only 8 bats floating or flying around out of 22 bats. 8 out of 22 bats are still remaining, so they are bloodied.
They are still remaining.
Bloody boys.
Is there anything
They are
else
still
that
remaining.
you would like to do?
Said anything like 8 out of 10 cats? Nah, I'm good.
Okay. Arthur,
Nobody got that.
you're up.
Me, Arthur is going to run over to here to the aid of Ignis, and that will give me flanking if I stand here.
If you
Or
move
would I
one
have to step up?
closer.
Okay, so he's technically on top. Okay.
Yeah, they share the space with the creature.
Okay, cool. And he will make his 2 attack with his short sword. 24 to hit.
24 hits. Go ahead,
There
roll
we go.
damage.
That is 7 piercing, boys. As I try to stab all the bats.
Okay.
And that will be his turn.
Don't you get 2 attacks, I thought?
Nope.
Never mind.
Right. I don't get that till level 5.
Gotcha. So yeah, same deal. Even though your sword is magical and it counts as magical weapon, this is just this type of damage. Piercing itself is not very good at killing multiple bats all flying around in a big swarm, and therefore you can tell that you're just not getting as many as you should be.
Okay.
Bat's turn. Okay. They have disadvantage. So the one attacking Rainier, disadvantage. 10 misses. The one that is attacking Ignis, disadvantage. 11 misses.
11 misses. Yep.
The one that is attacking Canneray, disadvantage. 14.
Misses.
Excellent.
Hey, nice.
Hell
And
yeah.
Vanna just does like a little tippy tap. She's like all pleased with herself. That will bring us to Ignis.
I guess Ignis is just gonna keep doing the same thing, I guess. I mean, I could just, once I cast Green Flame Blade, is it just on the weapon? Or do I have to keep casting it over and over and over again?
It's an instant, so it's...
Okay, so,
yeah.
okay. He'll do it again, because it's only a cantrip anyway, so he'll do it again. And stab at the bat with his spear.
I'm gonna be real with you. It's probably just worth not
Not doing
casting
that?
it. Not that it matters
Okay.
because it's a cantrip, but basically you're doing regular weapon attack to the bats, and then the if there was another person next to him, then it would jump
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
But basically, and then a two-handed spear attack does more damage than a one-handed spear attack.
Not with these stats, they don't.
Yeah, that's
These
true.
guys,
That's actually, he did say that. Because his strength, if
His
it's
strength
two-handed.
is
Oh,
minus
okay.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize, but yeah.
But yeah, so because if I wanted to try to do a ranged attack, it would just be disadvantage because it's so close anyway.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll just do the same thing, I guess. Do 20, and then he does 6 piercing. with his
Alrighty,
little green flame blade.
excellent. These bats are looking like there are
This bat's-
almost halved, but they're still kicking.
Okay.
Is there anything else Ignis would like to do?
No.
All right, Heesun, you're up. One swarm
Okay.
down.
I'm looking up at the one at the top on Rainier. And again, I'm going to summon the purple glob because it worked so well last time, and I'm going to just attempt to throw it again at this
Okay.
one. 12.
12 just hits.
Oh,
You almost got Rainier, but you were able to really pinpoint what you were doing.
all
there.
right. Beautiful. So it shoots out. What does it look like? Oh, gosh. So it actually says just pick one of the dice that was rolled for damage.
So just always pick the first one.
Always pick the first one, so it's a
Yeah.
6.
So
So-
6.
I can't see. You got to quickly check.
Poison damage as
Yep.
you absolutely just slaughtered the... Oh no, they're still alive. But there are 4
Shit.
4 bats left. 4 out of 22 bats left. So
We love that.
Yeah, is there anything else that you would
Awesome.
like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna just like skid my little legs down, freaking towards the closest source of light and people, and down just hide behind the Austihr here,
Okay.
or just stand close more than
Excellent.
hide.
You breathe. I was gonna say down his neck, but he's taller than you. You breathe.
I'm not like breathing down
Breathe
his
up
neck.
his
I'm
neck.
just, like,
Up his
I'm
neck.
like I'm like back to back with him right now. Like
Right. Right. That will bring us to Vanna.
Okay, I got a couple questions for her turn here. So, with her newfound telekinetic powers, can she push a swarm of bats? Are they close enough to be able to be pushed all together, or is it just
If
like
she rolls well enough, she can. But realistically, it is. Mage hand is not big enough to push a whole swarm of bats. That's more like a big bee's hand, right? So she could push some bats, like maybe a few, depending on how she
Yeah.
rolls. If she crits, she could push a whole swarm. But if she does not crit, then it's gonna change a few things. The This is not the most. She would realize that this is not the most effective.
But I guess the follow-up question is, if they get pushed back 5 feet, does it provoke any attacks of opportunity by doing so?
It's forced movement. So no.
So no. Okay. Well, in that case, she's gonna forego using her classic, firebolt, considering how much dynamite Earl kind of carry.
Yeah.
Let's
Could
make
go
sure
wrong.
we don't do that. And she's gonna go ahead and use this little swarm that's surrounding Canneray. She's gonna use Toll the Dead.
Ooh, okay. Wisdom save for them. Oh, wisdom save. That definitely fails. They rolled a 3. So go ahead and
Alright.
do 1d12.
1d12. There you
8.
go.
8 damages. Oh, that's exactly what this needed. She sits
Oh.
there and she points at the bats, and you hear the bells filling the air, and one by one it's like bing bong, and they all just like start dying.
It's dropping.
Yeah. Excellent.
Bing
Well
bong.
done. Bang bong. All right. Is there anything else that she would like to do?
She's very pleased with herself, so she does another jig on top of that rock.
Excellent. That will bring us to Rainier.
Okay. I am freaking out, so I'm just gonna start swinging at the bats in front of me with my sword.
Okay.
I'd blast them.
You only got to do like 8 damage. You good?
All right. Well, we'll see. Well, I rolled an 8.
Unfortunately, that is going to miss. The rock that is down at your feet is like blinding you, and you're just trying so hard to swing at these bats, and you're just like whiffing horribly. Is there anything else that you would like to do?
I'd like to scream.
Screaming internally.
Yeah. Just screaming, like, get them away from me!
The sound echoes off of the cavern walls. Alrighty then, that will bring us to Kinneray.
Yeah, alright. So now all these bats are dead. I'm gonna maneuver. Oh, that's a torch. Apparently I can't grab. I'm gonna go ahead and maneuver towards these bats, and we're gonna go ahead. I don't have flanking on them, but you know what? We're just gonna do a reckless attack on them with my Issuran's Call.
That definitely hits. Yep.
They're both 21, so 10 slashies.
10 slashies. You can tell that again, slashing damage is not super effective, but there does appear to only be 7 out of 22 bats left in the swarm. Is there anything
Perfect.
else that you would like to do with your turn?
Stomp on one of the dead bats.
Whoa.
It squishes
Yes.
between your toes and it feels good. Austihr, you're up.
Perfect.
Fucking hell.
This rock that I was on I wouldn't be able to make it over
Correct.
and make it all the way to
It's 10 feet
Rainier
up,
with
10 feet down.
yeah. Well then we'll go ahead and move over to because that would be 10 up, 10 down. I can get there, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll go ahead and move over to there. With my so with the hunter's mark, if I don't transfer it now, I can still transfer it at a later time, right?
Correct, until
get
it
it-
runs out. It's a minute, right?
No, it's currently at its level, it's an hour.
Oh. Okay.
And at next level, it's like 8 hours, and then up to 24 hours.
Did you upcast it though?
No, it's at its level right now. It's 1 hour. Once I get later levels, then it becomes 8 hours, and then up to 24 hours at higher. So, but at its default level, it's 1 hour. Let me see here.
No, you're
Whoa.
good. Go ahead. Just roll damage. I mean, these things are almost dead.
Yeah, you just moved my screen though.
Sorry, I'm trying to read it. Is the issue. Oh, I realized now what you meant by I'm moving your screen. My bad.
I know. I was like, you just went to my spell book. What?
Yeah.
I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and transfer it. Actually, just because. Yeah. So transfer that. We're gonna attack 9. We have advantage because we're flanking. 15.
15 does hit, but you're not flanking. So just FYI. From where you're standing right now,
I've got Arthur on the opposite side, right? Because the swarm is right on top of Ignis, correct?
before we get into the stuff, basically what's going on is the swarm is in front of Ignis's face. You're attacking around the back of Ignis to get it. The swarm is in between Ignis and Arthur, right? So if
Okay.
you were to go here, you could get flanking with Canneray.
Okay. From the way you described it when you were talking about not moving it so it wouldn't be covering the tile entirely, I thought they were like the swarm was like literally on top of them, on top of
Around-
Ignis.
yeah.
But yeah, okay. I'll move to where I have flanking with.
Would you have enough movement to go?
Yeah, he has 5 extra feet.
I have
Oh, okay,
5
so-
extra. Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll
But
do
yes.
that. The 15 hit. 10 plus sneak plus hunter.
So 19.
19.
Okay, and with that,
I'll do
these
it.
bats drop. And heads up, Hunter's Mark does last an hour, and if you upcast it, that's where it lasts longer. It doesn't matter what level you are, it matters what level you cast it at. So at first level,
Okay.
it's 1 hour, and then everything beyond that goes up to like 8 hours.
Yeah. Okay.
Is there anything else you would like to do?
Nope, that's my action and bonus, so we're good.
Okay, and there's 1 swarm of bats left. Arthur, you are up.
I will run to the rescue of Rainier. That will put me in flanking if I stand right there.
Yep.
In front of them. Cool. And I'll make my 2. Oh, well, not 2. I'll make a piercing attack with my short sword.
Please don't
My
attack
God.
me. Oh,
Another 6'9".
Another 6'9". What's going on?
Funny number.
Yes.
You're trying so hard not to hit Rainier that you don't hit any of the bats at all.
Rainier, stop squirming. Just stand still, so
Is there anything else that you would like to do?
No.
Okay. The bats are going to turn around and attempt to hit you, Arthur.
Well, that's just not very nice.
11.
Miss.
Excellent. That will be their turn, and that brings us to Ignis.
Cool. Ignis is gonna waddle. Would this rock?
Waddle.
waddle up, so that's
Waddle,
10,
waddle,
15, 20, 25. Will that still give him decent view if he stands right here to shoot at the
Yes.
Yep, cool. He will Eldritch Blast the bats. Try to at least Eldritch Blast. Natural 20 for him.
Ooh.
So he does
Ooh.
69.
69 force damage.
Bro,
Nice.
Ryan, get over it. Grow up, man.
Yeah,
Listen,
Jesus,
and
Ignis.
it's the
Nice.
number. I can't help it. So he does 15
Goddamn
force
it,
damage
Ignis,
with his
you-
Eldritch Blast.
Excellent. Yes. With that, all of those bats just plop, 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 fall to the ground.
Floppingly.
And the force of the blast, one of the stalagmites up top of you guys on the ceiling, I'm going to need Rainier and Arthur to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh,
no.
Rainier's
great at
really good at these.
Oh. So it's technically 10.
Oh.
It's technically 10 if I add my shield, which I can now.
Okay, 10, you still fail.
Ah!
Oh god, no.
You
Why'd you have to
guys
crit?
each take 2 damage as the stalactite falls down.
Arthur's dead. No, I'm kidding.
Chunks of rocks are hitting your heads. But yeah.
Ow, my
All right.
feelings.
Ow, my
feelings, ow.
feelings.
I'm really
I just
Yeah.
stand there. I just stand there panting. Like, wide-eyed, looking through my helmet, trying to like see if there are any more bats.
Still taking a second to stop and listen. Do I hear anything else
Roll a
coming
perception
our
check.
direction? I shall.
I'm gonna pick up my rock and throw it up in the air, like as high as I can to the
18
roof
for perception.
to help.
Remember that time that Rainier screamed?
Yep.
You hear it
Yep.
echoing down the
It's
caverns.
echoing.
It's like, get them away from
Oh,
me, get them
no.
away from me, get them away from me, get them away from me.
Hey, Brainier, do me a favor and not scream while we're inside a cave. Because now anything that's down here will know we are here. So.
Well,
And
they
what did
definitely
you
don't
want
know.
to do with your rock?
I was
Ethan?
gonna. I thought he was like trying to look up, and I was gonna like throw my rock up as well to like help light everything up there.
Well, I was mainly
but you
saying I wanted to listen.
Yeah. Then yeah. So I won't bother doing that. It's fine.
Okay.
I guess there's nothing else in this cave. We'll continue forward then, gentlemen.
Onward and upward, or downward.
Onward and upward, downward.
I'm gonna make sure I have the rock though, and give it back to Rainier if he wants it. Otherwise, I'm gonna hold on to it myself.
Oh,
Just don't let them throw it.
I look around the cavern real quick to see if there's anything potentially of value.
roll a perception check.
13.
This is a depleted gold mine. At this point, everything here has been totally stripped of anything of value, unless you want something from the bats. They're the only things down here.
I want my mother back.
Rip. My mummy.
Mummy.
Okay.
Are you my mummy?
Mama.
Mummy.
Jeez.
Mama.
Are we leaving that?
Yeah.
We're not leaving any of that
someone
stuff behind in there. We need to move Vanna and we need to move
Yeah, make sure Vanna gets
Rainier.
moved.
Grab your rock as well. Grab the rock.
Grab the rock.
Yeah.
Grab drain the rock.
We've come to another fork. There's a fork in the cave.
Alright, looking into my left into this big cavern, do I see or hear anything?
So this big cavern, the ceiling here is 50 feet high. Again, this looks to be about man-made. It probably did used to exist naturally, but it is definitely been broadened by man-made instruments. There are rocks here that are also 10 feet high, but there's an incredibly large rock in the center that is 20 feet high.
Okay.
You don't hear
Can
anything.
I like investigate the tunnels and see which ones are like more traveled and stuff, and see if there's like recently been like foot traffic through like into that one on the left, or
Roll an investigation.
Yeah, I don't hear or see anything.
I get
so-
advantage for that, right?
Yeah, it's
Because it pertains to stone
Yeah.
cunning.
Yes, it does.
Hell yeah! So investigation.
This way,
18.
you can see that there are tracks, like wagon wheel tracks, that lead down. You assume that this is where the quarry is. This way. This way is, from your knowledge of mines, that they're probably digging stone and stuff out of the quarry, versus here they're following a natural ancient river from that used to be underground. That's where all of these gem and gold deposits are coming from. The river has since dried out, but this is the way to the left is the way that the river would go with more of the gem and gold. And to the right, it seems to be a place that they would bring heavily laden wagons and carts, probably to the quarry.
I just walk up to that like the fork there, and I just sniff it, and then give it a little bit of a taste. And I'm like, to the right is rocks, to the left is the valuables.
You could tell all of that just by licking the rocks.
It's just fine art.
Dwarves, man.
So we're gonna go rocks or minerals?
Let's look at the
Jesus
map.
Christ,
Which one is?
William.
Let's look at the map. If we look at the map and the light that we have, which does it show us? Where does it sort of lead off?
So he's on his right. The quarry goes down to the right, and it's just a very big open pit. And to the left, it just continues going around in that spiral that I talked about.
Okay, there we go.
He's
We're gonna
on
go
what-
left
what-
then, I guess. Yeah.
What tastes better?
What do you mean?
I mean, the rocks or the minerals?
You don't taste it. I just, I tasted
So-
this and I know it's magic.
All right.
Mm.
All right. I mean, you did lick it, right?
I did. I'm
One of
just
them's
gonna
got to
walk.
taste better than the other.
I'm just gonna walk.
So the way that
Mitch's imagination.
so if you follow the way to the quarry, it's like a dead end at the quarry. Like there's like the
Okay.
big quarry and stuff, but then there's no things that come off of that. Versus if
We
you
can
go
always-
left, it continues out
Do
and
we check the
around.
quarry
Do we want to
first?
check the
and
quarry?
then-
Yeah, let's see if
yeah.
there's anything of value in
Yeah,
there that we
let's
could
check
use.
anything.
No harm in doing it.
Okay.
All right.
So
Follow you guys.
as you guys start making your way towards the quarry, here you can tell that it is a much steeper grade down. The ceiling here is only 15 feet high from this from the hallway that you're in now, this little cavern. And then when you get to the quarry, let me zoom out so you guys can see it a little bit better. Ooh, whoa, that's too much.
Ever see anything?
It spirals down, right? So each layer, each spiral from this point all the way down to the bottom is 120 feet high.
Oof.
Each
Oh.
layer is 25 feet below the level above it. So it's a pretty steep, grade down. None
Oh.
of you are able to even see to the bottom. It's just
You said
black.
did you say it's 120 feet down to the bottom?
Mm-hmm.
I have 120 feet of dark vision.
It's 125 feet.
Oh, you said 125 feet. Okay.
Mhm. I did that on purpose.
You've got
That's
100.
called
You got
purposeful.
125 feet. Then it's
Purposeful, yep,
130
okay.
feet.
No, it's 125.
I'm
we
gonna
could hang
take
him
the
off
rock.
with a rope for like 5 feet.
I'm gonna
You could
take the rock
chuck a
from
rock down there.
yeah. I'm gonna take the rock from Rainier
Mhm.
and just drop it, throw it into the center
Okay, make a
so we
dex
can
check.
see down. Wow, I'm fucking great at these guys.
You could chuck a rock.
I'm the rock master.
Alright.
Oh, that's a save. Sorry, I don't know if you want me to
It's the
read
same.
all that or
It's the
anything.
same, as
thing,
long
though,
as if you don't have a proficiency or anything added to it.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Okay, so you watch it skitters along one of the bottom things down here, one of the more bottom rungs, and then it lands in the pit, and you hear a noise that sounds like a chicken. It's like, "Rah!" And
I'm gonna
with
cut. If I can't see anything down there, I'm cutting the light spell.
that, you see
Guys, they have a KFC down there.
they have a
Oh, no.
KFC down there.
A singular KFC.
I feel like chicken tonight.
You
a
can KFC
lot
it.
of rocky stone croppings.
Droppings or cropping? What?
Croppings down here.
Oh, okay.
They look like stalagmites, kind of like big boulders and stuff like that. And you can roll a perception check.
Yes, we shall.
I'm gonna let someone who's better at that do
I
that.
can do it if someone wants to
I can-
assist me.
I can do it too.
I can help
person-
anyone.
One person with assistance.
Oh, yeah, yes, really well.
Where do you go?
3 is good.
Yes.
Nobody likes you when you're 23.
1 second, really quickly. You don't see anything. You just see rocks.
All right. Good enough.
I think
for
it's a
me.
good time to go, guys.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and turn around.
I'm gonna find a rock on the floor and pick it up, and then cancel that light spell and reapply it.
Well, I guess we're just. I don't. Nothing to be heard. You
Yeah,
didn't
I'm
hear
not-
anything?
Yeah, no, I'm not looking down there anymore.
Yeah.
Do-do-do.
So we're not going down the big pit.
I guess
No
not.
point.
Oh shit.
We don't want
There's
chickens.
nothing down there.
We heard chickens.
Yeah, we heard something
Who
down
cares
there.
about chickens?
Well, yeah, no, but there's.
I mean, that's what we thought we heard. We don't know what else might be down
Look,
there.
I've made it like my life's goal to not go down into any deep dark pits for no reason. Especially when we know
Alright.
there's just rocks down there.
Okay.
There could be something cool down there, though.
I'm staying close
I
to the
mean-
light.
Yeah, there could be something cool down there.
Be my guest.
What?
I mean,
I'll
didn't
watch
you
from
grow
the
up in mines and
Street-
pits and?
Diastri, you're young. You're spry. Why don't you head down there?
I mean, I can go a little ways down and see if I can spot anything, but I'm not gonna like go all the way to
Tell
the
you
bottom
what.
by myself.
Who
mean-
still has their 50 feet of rope?
Do.
I do.
All right, we'll tie a rope around your waist. You
No,
go
let's not
down
do
50
that.
You go down 50
that's
feet.
that's
Can we
silly.
And we'll
just-
pull you back if
Guys,
there's
let's just
danger.
go.
Can we just
I
not
think this is a
go
good idea.
spelunking
We got
in the
some-
quarry?
Yeah. Let's be.
We got
We're
strong.
fine,
We got
guys.
strong people here. Diastri's young. He's fit. He can climb fast.
We've
I
already
think
seen there's
he is the
nothing
best.
down there.
Yeah, it's fine.
There
we had a
could
look.
be.
Yeah,
There could
well,
be. Diastri's very good at seeing things.
it doesn't matter. I think
Yeah,
we're leaving.
he already perceived nothing with a 23. We're fine. Let's go.
I mean,
But
we
you
heard
never
something
know.
down there. Is all we know.
Yeah, well,
If
we'll
whether
deal
or
with
not
that
it's friendly or
when-
not, I mean, are we here to clear the mines or are we here to
look,
not?
we'll deal with it later. Let's go.
Okay. All right. Let's head out.
All right.
If we get ambushed later.
Yeah, if we
I'm
get
blaming you
something on our 6th, then yeah, it's your
for
fault.
not putting up a good enough argument as to why we should go down there.
Oh, jeez.
You know what?
We
Fair
heard
enough.
chickens. I like chicken.
Okay. So, yeah, this is the room. Wait. Stop moving. Wait a minute.
Stop
We're
moving.
going in.
Leroy.
Okay.
Arthur just
Ceiling.
went balls to the wall. Fucking
50
threw
feet
him
high.
straight.
All the rocks are 10 feet high. This rock is 50 feet high. Arthur, I need you to roll a percentage dice.
Oh.
And
Oh, no.
Diastri, you were over
Nice.
here. Where'd you move yourself originally? You were like here?
Oh yeah, right there. It's fine.
I will say I was trying to stay as close to Arthur as I could.
Okay, then put yourself
Basically.
there. I don't see you on the board.
Yeah, neither.
Oh, where did this torch come from, dude?
I
I don't see
That
that's
might have been
Canarays.
mine.
Isn't that Canarays?
Oh, it might be. I don't know how it got on me.
Yeah, that's mine. Yeah.
Diastri, roll a
Oh, no.
D100. I mean, yes. Okay.
So I roll a D100 as well if I'm near.
Nope. Just those two. So, as you walk next to this stone,
Oh no.
it starts to tremble.
JJ, would my danger sense come into play here at all?
Danger sense is if you have
Or-
to make a dex save on like a trap that you can see.
Fair enough.
And you will, as you walk past this, you will.
It's the putty patrol.
Crit.
Petrifying
I am
claws, dude.
now a rock.
He will take 9 points of slashing damage and must make a con save. Diastri.
Fail.
Starting to get petrified.
Oh my gosh.
Your feet feel super heavy. Your toes, you can't squingle them in your boots. They start to feel like they are made out of stone. Every step that you're trying to take is like clunk, clunk, clunk. Oh no. All right, well, that's gonna be initiative, folks. Let me just open up the thing here real quick. And go ahead.
Make sure you move your torch out of the way before you roll initiative.
Yeah, I did it this time.
Oh.
So just roll a -2.
God.
Oh my
Yeah, I
god.
just fucked up because I didn't click my token. My goober.
-2 initiative.
It's because I didn't have anything selected.
Fucking cursed stone. That's cheating, dude.
It's a stone. It's cursed.
Don't.
First stone.
It's a cursed stone. What?
No, I would've
What can I
fucking-
Put my
say?
I
finger
would
up,
have.
there's a
I
torch.
would have.
That's why we
that.
don't. that's why
Remember
we
to
don't
move
say
your
swear
torches
words.
out of the way before
I
you
clicked
click
on my
yourself
character
for
though. I
initiative.
don't know why I clicked on my character though. I don't know why it's done a torch. Is there another?
I
There's
should-
two
I
torches on
should have
top of me.
tasted.
Why are there two torches on top of me?
All right, Kisun, you.
I should have
are
tasted
up.
that stone was cursed. I'm up. Oh, I'm 1st. Oh,
Mhm.
jeez, Louise. Well, shit. Well, the mark on my neck is like burning, so I can't use that same spell that I've been using. Shit. I think I'm just going to at this point like move back, or yeah, I'm not going to move into the room further. I'm going to move back down here, maybe towards behind Rainier, down here. Ooh, probably on this side though. And I'm probably just going to like point and say, "What the fuck is that?" and cast Mind Sliver
Okay.
at it. Fucking 1 damage every time. This fucking spell.
Good news, he failed.
Yeah, well,
Nah.
he takes 1 damage.
Let's
And he's
go.
got a negative D4 off his next saving throw as well.
Oh, very cool.
Hey, you could say you're chipping away at them.
I see what you did there.
Ooh.
Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to do?
No, I'm just fucking looking at that thing. Would I know anything about these? Like, just from seeing them, or as a dwarf?
Roll
But I know what that is.
an intelligence check with advantage because of your stone cunning,
Hell yeah.
but it's technically not a stone.
Yeah, well, I can do without without if you would like.
No, I think that this is something that you would have advantage on. Okay, it doesn't really matter. This is a creature that is constructed. It is not a naturally occurring phenomenon.
Hmm.
It is a construct.
Okay.
They are known for, you would utilize this to ambush people, and in exactly this circumstance, in a mine or in some sort of like stone pass, or because it can look just like a stone, pretty indistinguishable from regular stones. But that's all. That's pretty much what
Okay,
you get.
sweet. Yeah, well, that's my turn done.
Alrighty then, that will bring us to Kinray. You are up.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and take Issuran's call from my back and close the distance on this guy, and go ahead and take a reckless attack on him. Well, it doesn't matter. I crit him. So. There you go. 17 slashing damage.
17
God
slashing
damn.
damage.
God
As
damn.
you come down with a force of actual, like, just sheer two-handed cleave. You cleave through almost all of the stone. You see it starts to crack, and it's like you're watching as the fissure's just cracking and growing throughout this thing's body. It is barely still standing.
Oh, dang.
Just barely. Like, you can see that the rock wants to peel apart and break, but something is keeping it still together. Is there anything else that you would like to do?
Quick, Rainier, throw your rock at it.
If only I did 2 damage, dude.
That's it.
Ignis is up.
I think this will, I guess, move here, and because this was such a good idea last time. Are there any like like rocks that could look like they would fall down on Canary if Ignis was a shooter blast at this rock?
No, this is a pretty
Okay.
smooth, like dome
Okay.
sort of ceiling, but it's very high. It's like 50 feet high.
Okay, then he will Eldritch Blast the boy. 8.
No, he won't.
Yep,
That
he won't, I guess.
unfortunately misses.
Well, then I think that was 15 feet. Yeah, that'll be his turn.
Okay, the stone is going to make one futile attempt to swipe at you, Canary, and that D4 is against saving throws, correct? From Mindsliver,
Yes, it is. Sorry.
22.
That's gonna hit.
That's
no.
7 slashing damage, and you have to make a con save.
Con save, sure. Oh no.
Fuck.
No, you take your 7 points of slashing damage, and as you sit there and you're like feeling like good, like, you know, that's not that much damage, you feel as your body begins to turn to stone.
Gonna have a stone dragon soon, guys.
And
God damn
Diostri,
it, dude.
you can repeat your saving throw. All right. You are able to break out of it as you feel the stone coming up and molding around your feet, and you just sort of like sheer just flex and the stone cracks off. You have like gravel and stuff in your boots, but you feel as though you have negated the effects of the petrification. However, that was supposed to be at the end of your turn, so prior to that happening, retcon that. Would you like to ranged attack?
Yeah, I will pull out my bow and fire a regular arrow. I'm not going to use
You got
my
this.
plus
You got
ones
this.
yet.
Let's go.
You want this?
I will use my bonus action to transfer Hunter's Mark first.
Okay.
Longbow.
There you
Okay,
go.
great. Excellent.
Jeez.
Dope.
I think it's.
I think
it's
that
dead.
probably.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's dead. Considering it was just crumbling.
Probably, yeah.
All right. It crumbles. I'm just trying to read right now when it dies, if you continue to be petrified, unless anyone would like to stay in initiative order, Canary, you can attempt a second save.
Oh, great.
Oh, please.
You're fine.
It's
You
on
watch
fire.
it just crumble in front of you, and you break free, just like super strong dragon man.
It literally acts as Viagra for me now.
Oh no! Makes you rock hard.
Yeah.
No. Oh no.
Pitching a tent in his loincloth.
That stalag might make me kill myself.
Its stalag has made me kill myself.
But were you the one that taught me stalag might poke you in the butt?
No, that wasn't me.
Oh, someone taught me that and I thought it was genius. Okay, so that being said, you guys have killed the stone cursed. Feels good.
All right.
I'll resheath my sword and say, "Well done, team."
I'm doing another perception check.
Yeah,
Oh, the surrounding
Can I do a
areas?
perception check
Yeah, I
to
was
see if there are any of
getting
these
down low.
others that might be fuckers out here?
Sure.
Or investigation, perception or investigation, whatever.
Mhm.
Gonna sniff the air. I'll just assist like Diastri or someone. Because I get advantage because it's to do with stones, but I'll just give him advantage, it's fine.
Nope, just looks like regular rocks.
He's not just shooting every single rock.
What you do notice, though, Diastri, with a 21 is there's the sound of like a couple rocks falling, like just like pebbles, like coming from the quarry.
Guys, so where we just left, that big giant pit, I'm still hearing shit.
Still hearing shit.
Yeah, where that big pit.
Look,
Do you want to
We,
do the
where we
Which one
heard
are
the
you
chickens. I think the
You wanna do
chickens are
the-
coming home to roost.
The
You wanna
chickens
do
are out of the
rope
pen.
trick? Want to do the rope trick?
Let's
Wanna-
not do a rope trick.
You're not tying me to a rope. No.
We can go have a look at it if you want.
Can we just like finish up here first?
we searched a little bit in this room. We made sure that there was no other traps. We could probably search the room and just case it and have someone watching and making sure that nothing's coming.
I'll just look up the other hallway and see if I see anything.
No, just rocks. There's like
How
a
many
couple
healing potions
rocks
do
over
we have?
here,
Anybody?
rock over here.
Or maybe 1. 0 or 1.
In that case, I'm gonna go ahead and cast a good berry.
Probably good thinking. It's looking rough. So do we search this room, post up, and then end?
Yeah.
Maybe.
How did we roll
Um,
it,
We want to
Ghibli?
keep going longer.
Ganneray, did you go forward that way?
Oh
No,
no!
I know. I was just kind of idly moving.
Okay,
Sorry.
You
Come on.
did move though.
Oh
Come
Yeah,
on.
I was idly moving, but you're right.
Roll
All right.
a D100.
Oh boy.
Oh no! So it turns
Rookie
out we
nat
only
20.
we only
Rookie nat
searched the
20.
immediate rocks.
What the?
Mhm.
Okay, well, another one pops up,
Ugh.
and you're technically rip.
That's what I
So
get for
spread
idly
out.
just moving myself.
Yeah, that
Sorry.
is what you get,
that
unfortunately.
is unfortunately exactly what you get. And he's able to have advantage.
That'll hit.
21 to hit.
Oh no!
6
No, you're
slashing damage to you, and then make another con save.
I clicked
you're so
it.
good at these.
Hold on. It's not coming through. We might get spammed by a couple. I'm gonna
That's
hold
okay.
on for
We're
a
gonna.
second.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh god damn it!
5 and a crit. Shit.
Would you like to use your inspiration to?
Yeah, let's use my inspiration for the credit.
All right, it's a good idea. Okay then. And then I'm going to need once again everyone to reroll initiative because I kind of got rid of it.
Yeah.
Another torch hidden underneath my character. No, good.
Oh, I'm not going fast this time. I'm not paying attention at all. I'm like over there
Right.
slapping a rock like it's a goddamn Christmas ham,
It's-
dude. I'm like,
Guys,
that's a
just
nice
think of all the
rock
XP
right
I'm
there, dude.
farming for us here. All right.
All the XP.
You guys ever do that when you're at the shops, like walking past a ham or like a big pork roast,
Yeah.
and you just gotta fucking.
I always got in trouble for like walking through like in like the women's department, always honking all the bras, like honk honk.
Gosh.
Anyways,
Same, though.
because we
Same,
have 2 minutes left, you guys want to call it here rather than
Yes.
get into another cheeky little battle.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking
Um,
maybe we could do it quick, but if Rainier wants, if he has to go, we should go.
I think
apologize.
that
That's
this
all right, no,
is-
it's fine, dude.
yeah, definitely.
Not bad enough.
It's a scary battle because
have-
people could get petrified. That being said, though, you guys got a lot accomplished today. You spoke to a lot of people. You got a lot of answers. You got a lot of questions, even more questions. You started off into the mines. So we will
Too many
pick
questions.
next week. We're not here because I'll be at TwitchCon next Saturday. So
TwitchCon!
TwitchCon!
2
Alright.
weeks from now, we will pick this up.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Beautiful.
All right.
And thank you.
Everyone's here.
to
Hopefully Vanna can get
our
better.
Lovely,
Lovely sponsors.
Bards
and
Cards.
Bards and
Cards.
cards. Bards and cards.
Cards.
JJ
Don't
Pie.
forget our lovely viewers.
Yep,
We
that's
thank
who
you.
I was gonna
Yes.
thank, and my lovely players: the Lion
Yeah.
5K, Mr. 5K, the fantastic IamCogs, the fantastic MrBlueJibbles, the fantastic MrBaca, and the fantastic Mr. Paapankamwa. I hope that you guys all have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will be back in a cheeky little bit with some EU4.
We love you, chat. Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.